Fight number one brought to you by Wicked Ways Muay Thai. This is an amateur kickboxing bout. If you're an MMA fan, you got to check these cats out. Kickboxing is really cool. It's scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Coming out first, going to be fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 277.5 pounds, with a current record of 0-0-0, doing it for the Institute of Mixed Martial Arts. Let's hear it for McKay Nelson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, starting tonight out a little different with a few kickboxing matches. I believe the first 3 fights tonight.
I like these, though.
Yeah, absolutely. It changes the pace up a little bit, and it keeps us on our toes as commentators, too.
Exactly.
And coming out to the cage right now to keep us on our toes is McKay Nelson. This man is 6 feet tall, weighed in about 265 pounds, with a record of 0-0-0. So what do we know?
One of those O's has got to go.
All right, and he is representing Team Institute of Mixed Martial Arts. Ryan, what do we know about the Institute of Mixed Martial Arts out here?
Well, I believe they're one of the places out here. I don't know as much about him. I know more that he's picking up one of his first fights. That's one of the bigger things that I know about him, and that I know I've seen him posting about it on social media. Pretty excited.
Yes, and this is definitely his first kickboxing fight. The Institute of Mixed Martial Arts, you've got Sepua, that's one of the coaches out there, and also one of the fighters that fights out of that camp. You've probably seen him in the last several shows. The guy's kind of a presence here. He's omnipresent almost at the show. He's at every single one of them, whether he's fighting or coaching. He's been in a lot of the shows over the last year. So
it does. Well, and you got the big Rod Payne right behind him, who turned into coach, I believe.
Yes, turned into a coach out there. So now, kickboxing is a lot different than what we see with the normal MMA. Obviously, there's no ground game. It's a little awkward when they do it in the cage because traditionally kickboxing matches are held inside of a ring. So more like boxing. But some of the rules that you're going to see obviously a lot different than MMA. Clenches can only be held for so long. Obviously, once it goes to the ground, there's going to be a break. 3 knockdowns in a round will end the fight with a TKO.
And you can already tell the difference by looking at the gloves.
Yes, the gloves are much bigger.
Some confusion.
The corner was escorted to the wrong corner.
The wrong side.
While the fighter went to the red corner, the corners were escorted to the opposite side.
Yeah, when you walk up there, you get taken. Like if you're a corner and you get walked up,
we get the corners figured out. His opponent's going to be fighting out of the.
They take you where you're supposed to sit.
5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 267.5 pounds, also with a record of 0-0-0. He's an independent. Let's hear it for Bronson Holtkamp.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Bronson Holtkamp walking out right now. He weighed in at 260 pounds, stands 5 foot 9 inches tall, and he too has a record of 0-0-0. What does that mean?
One of those O's has got to go. Now, Bronson actually has fought in the MMA side of house for us here at SteelFist, but this is his first fight kickboxing. So he does have a little bit of a record on the MMA side. Doesn't really matter. He is amateur, and it doesn't really count towards the kickboxing career. So 0-0-0, one of these O's has got to go. Someone is getting their first hand raised in the kickboxing world tonight.
That's right. I mean, and I love kind of these crossovers. I like to see people working on their striking. I like to see people picking up these kickboxing bouts. They are a little bit different. They do, make you be a little bit more disciplined in certain areas. And at the same time, you get to focus a little bit more on your hands and not have to worry about being taken down.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that you've got a lot of guys.
Oh, he's doing the splits.
Oh, no, he's a very limber man for that size.
Oh, snap.
One thing that you see a lot of the guys that are at this weight class when it comes to the MMA side, you don't see a lot of grappling and stuff like that. You see a lot of heavy hands and striking. You're getting hit by someone that weighs 260 pounds. You're going to get hit hard. It doesn't matter. That's just the way physics works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and your brain can only take so much damage.
Right. And so kickboxing is a great transition for some of these bigger guys because it lets them use more of that skill set that they like to do anyway in the MMA side.
I predict a head kick.
A head kick? I don't know if I'm going to see a head kick, but I'm going to see a hit.
I don't know. He was doing the splits.
True. but I don't think he wants to kick him in the head. I think he wants to punch the crap out of his face.
That's what he's doing right now.
Bronson landed some big shots, but McKay not just staying content to cover up. You know, threw a couple off the cage right there, and good head movement.
Yeah, nice.
He's not getting hit too flush.
Well, and you know, these are some big boys.
Yes.
You know, it's how well are we going to pace ourselves? Again, Bronson does have some experience, and I do believe this is McKay's first time ever in some sort of combat fight.
Yeah,
I mean, sanction-wise.
Yes. You know, it's a great way to get your experience here in the cage, for sure, especially, you know, someone like Bronson. Now, Bronson, you know, he doesn't have the most fights out of everybody here, but he does have fights. This is not the first time he's swung on people. It's not the first time he's had people swinging on him. And he's doing a great job. Bronson's definitely putting on the pressure.
Well, and, you know, a fight's a little bit different than training. So
yes.
Bronson's experienced that, so he is able to kind of maybe make a little bit of those adjustments, hopefully, with that experience that he has.
Right, and maybe, ooh, nice. You know, it's easier when you've had that adrenaline dump that happens too.
Yeah, you've experienced that.
Yes.
You can prepare for it. You know,
Absolutely.
when to calm down a little bit more. And you're seeing, you know, Bronson really calm down. You're seeing the pace kind of slow down. I'd like to see McKay throw him back a bit more.
Yeah, you know, and that's one thing I was talking about a little bit earlier. Right there, he's not just staying content to cover up with his back against the cage. He is waiting a minute, and then he's throwing a couple shots of his own. All right.
Alrighty.
So now the timer that's showing up on the screen, it's kind of default set for MMA 3 minutes. It's actually 2-minute rounds for kickboxing. So take that last minute. That's the in between. That's the round time.
That's the minute in between.
Yes, the minute between rounds. So
right.
2 minutes for the fight, 1 minute between rounds.
So what are our takeaways from that round?
Honestly, what I'm seeing is a lot of Bronson Holtkamp coming in with some aggressive striking. He's putting the pressure on McKay and putting McKay up against the cage and landing some shots. McKay's doing a really good job with head movement and not staying content when he's pushed against the cage. I would love to see McKay start coming in with his own combos and just throwing the straight shots when he's more to the center of the cage instead of when he's backing up.
Yeah, be the first to strike.
Yes, be the aggressor instead of the counterpuncher, or instead of the I'm returning the shots instead of throwing the shots.
Well, and you'd think that's probably the instruction he is getting right there in the corner.
Yes.
So you might see him coming out being a little bit more aggressive, or looking to be more aggressive.
Yes.
Maybe even getting his jab out there just to stay active.
Well, in the first shot of the fight was actually thrown by McKay with that leg kick.
Yes.
But as far as using his hands, it seems like he's reserved those a little bit more for when Bronson is throwing shots at him, and then McKay kind of lets some hands go for a second.
Push him back
yes.
a little bit.
And he's landed a few of them. They've been nice punches, and they've been, you know, effectively getting Bronson to back away.
Yes, agreed. Well, and for his first time in the cage, I think he doesn't look too bad. And, I mean, Bronson, you see him right there. I mean, he's ready. He's coming out. Here goes. Remember, it was 3 2-minute rounds, so we're in round number 2 right now. Bronson comes out with a nice
leg kick.
Yes.
Reset well. There's a good.
Says, I got one too. And they smile at each other. Hey, shake the head. Nope.
Bronson with another leg kick.
Switch to southpaw.
Bronson went to that MMA mentality. You can't. You don't want to be grabbing the feet. It's a little different. You're not getting the takedown, bud.
No. And you don't need to do anything down there. No.
Ooh.
Nice body kick.
That one had some sound effect to it.
Yes, it did. I'd see maybe a little more shin, but that was one of the cleaner strikes of the fight.
Yes. And what you and I were talking about, he was probably getting a little bit of a coaching in his corner there, you know, as they do. It definitely looks like McKay started coming in a little bit more aggressive. He's throwing those jabs. He's throwing that overhand right, too.
You're seeing more of an exchange take place,
yes.
It almost feels
well,
like.
And he's throwing it before. Look at that. He's throwing it as Bronson's getting close. He's not waiting for Bronson to be the aggressor. And that's definitely a change from what we saw in the first round.
Well, and Bronson's coming in with leg kicks, you know, little jabs.
Nice body kick again.
I think if he keeps going there, I bet you he can hurt him.
I think he's starting to get confident in his jab, too. Now, those body kicks, they're not going to end the fight, most likely. But you know what they are going to do is they're going to score points. Those are clean strikes.
Well, and I think it'll pay off in those later rounds. Work the body a little bit more. I do think it'll pay off in those later rounds. Kind of working that fatigue set in.
Ooh, Bronson's going
right
after
in front
him.
Of us.
There's a couple seconds left. And there we go. That's the end of round number 2.
He put his hands down, said, "Let's go."
Yep. That was fun. That was engaging right there at the end of the round. Bronson really came alive right there at the end, and you know, it took a minute.
It did.
It took a minute because earlier throughout the majority of that round, it did seem like McKay was doing the better job of being aggressive and kind of stopping Bronson from coming forward with those jabs.
And finally, almost near the end, you saw Bronson kind of meet that.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know?
he threw that aggression level out that he had in the first round.
So how do you have this so far?
You know, obviously we're not judges. We
Yes,
just talk like we know what we're doing.
That's why we get to just say this. This is kind of the fun part.
I think that the first, there's a little bit of blood coming from the nose area of McKay. So what I'm seeing out of this first fight, or first and second round, is I think that Bronson came around and took that first round, a good 10-9 round. I think that McKay came back and got a 10-9 round in the second round.
Okay.
I think that McKay won that second round.
Yeah, I could not argue with that. I agree.
Now, you know, Bronson threw some big shots at the end of the round there, but how many of them actually landed as opposed to hitting the forearms or else getting slipped?
And here they go. I mean, now McKay just took the center. I mean, is Bronson tired? He's coming out with some pep right now.
Bronson's got some aggression right now, too.
You hear a 2-3-2 coming out of the corner.
You know, nice. I like that uppercut. You know, you run the risk on these bigger guys that have 0 fights as far as, kickboxing matches specifically, coming out, and you can kind of run that risk of this could be a very quick fight or this could be a very entertaining fight. And so far, this has been a pretty entertaining fight.
Oh, it has. Now, you're seeing what changed.
Look at McKay.
He's ready to go.
He's moving forward a lot more.
We just need him to to punch a little bit more, strike like that.
Yes.
When he's coming forward, then you got Bronson moving backwards.
Yes.
But if not, Bronson's coming forwards and McKay's moving backwards.
Yes.
So it's kind of the battle of who's going to strike first.
Ooh.
Who's going to get the other person to react and respect it?
McKay's throwing everything he has right now. Because he's winded. You can see how winded he is. He's having a hard time keeping his hands up, which, you expect after 2.5 rounds of punching each other in the face.
Nice. I love the way he checked that kick, though.
Yes. But he's gotten a little bit sloppier, which you expect at this point. You expect to get a little bit sloppier. So those jabs aren't coming in clean, and he was really, really hoping for a looping hook to kind of knock him down with.
Right in front of us.
Bronson's doing a great job of kind of picking those shots.
Oh,
Ooh, nice overhand right to counter by McKay.
Now he's talking crap. Ooh, nice jab.
Nice.
He's got his hands down.
Love to see McKay throw something after that jab.
Now, why didn't we see this round 1?
Because the fight's almost over, and this is where the energy comes in. You just want to finish this thing, and look at these guys.
He's like, come on, let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of round number 3.
So, what do you got, my friend? I've been putting it on you this whole fight.
You know what? I told you who won the first and second, in my opinion. Who do you think won that third round? We'll leave that one on you because that was a more engaging round for both of these fighters. It was.
I think that the way that ended with McKay kind of continuing to move forward.
Yes.
And landing, and slipping. I think for him, that might have sealed that last round for him.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, I do think Bronson did good in the beginning of the round. I think he was coming there early. But I think at the end of the day, I think the judges are going to end up giving it to McKay.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to play devil's advocate. I think that Bronson won that third round. And just, so we can be at odds with each other, I'm just going to pick the other guy because I definitely think that the first 2 rounds went the way we were talking earlier. So it was definitely that third round that's going to make the decision.
Definitely.
Let's take it to the cage and find out who the judges picked.
Let's do it.
All right, we're getting it added up. Here we go.
Take your time.
black corner.
All right, gentlemen, to the center of the ring. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for the big guys taking care of business. Here is your scores. Rich Montanez with a score of 30-27. Dennis McMahon with a score of 30-27. Jeff Dutcher with a score of 29-28. Your winner by split decision out of the black corner, Bronson Holt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Bronson Holtkamp. Bronson, dude, you just came in and got your hand raised in your first kickboxing fight. How are you feeling right now?
I feel pretty good. I mean, it definitely is about the same as fighting on the ice. Just only problem is the guy didn't piss me off this time. Just kind of got to go in and say, well, I'm going to beat him up.
Outstanding, man. Did anything happen in this fight that caught you off guard?
No, not really. I mean, I knew he was a bigger guy. He was taller. I knew he was going to throw some haymakers, and I was a little bit faster, so with him throwing a kick or two, it didn't surprise me.
All right, man. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
I just want to thank my family and friends that stood behind me and watched me make this happen and help me out. And definitely, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now.
All right, man. You're going to come back and do this for us again?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, we can't wait to see you come back. Everybody give it up for your winner, Bronson Holtkamp.
You forgot one thing. Undefeated Bronson Holtkamp. 1-0, brother. Well done. That's the hardest part of the night, Bronson. We got to take your picture with the Bud Girls. It's a contractual obligation. Everybody has to do it, so. Well, you guys ready for fight number 2? All right, Wicked Ways Muay Thai bringing us fight number 2. We got another amateur kickboxing bout. That's 3 2-minute rounds coming at you. Coming out first, going to be fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in last night at 184 pounds. Currently with a record of 0-0-0 in kickboxing, doing it for 4-7. Let's hear it for Trace Tuckett.
This guy's got the best entrance music ever. Pokemon, man. Trace Tuckett coming out here, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing 184 pounds with a record of 0-0-0. So what do we know?
One of them O's is going to go.
One of those O's has got to go. So he is training out of 4-7. What do we know about 4-7?
Well, we know 4-7's been around for quite some time. They're kind of a shoot off of the old Pit Elevated that's been around. You have
Yes.
Brad Martinez there. I mean, you got a plethora of good talent. They're able to, they bring someone every week, almost,
Yes,
or every
yes,
show.
Yes, yeah. And everybody that they bring out puts on a good show. So, you know, it's definitely a team that we've been watching perform well for a long time.
Well, both Nino and Brian that were there with them.
Yeah,
both
Brian Thomas.
Both of those guys put on a show for us.
Yeah.
Good training down there. Let's hear about the other guy.
All right, and his opponent tonight coming out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 181 pounds, also making his amateur debut in kickboxing, doing it for Banuelos Mixed Martial Arts. Make some noise for Carter Guyermann.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Carter Guyermann walking out right now, or storming out, shall I say. This big man stands 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. He too has a record of what does that mean?
One of those O's has got to go. You know, he's got some swagger, though, doesn't he?
Oh, yes, he does. I love that little prance in here. Well, I mean, this is kind of the battle of the intros.
Yeah. You know, one coming out to Pokemon, and then the other one coming out with some swagger to Saturday Night Fever or Staying Alive. So, listen, talking about these guys, Trace Tuckett, he does have a previous fight in the MMA side of house, so you got to win against Bronson Buck, where Bronson wasn't able to answer the bell at the end of the beginning of the, I want to say, third round, or sorry, at the end of the second round, or beginning of the second round, sorry. And
nice jab. Oh, yeah.
Trace looks really clean.
Oh, nice too.
Beautiful combo.
Oh, yeah.
And again, trains MMA. You saw him try and follow up, but he stopped himself. And Dave Seisted, the referee, was able to get in and also make sure the fighter gets protected. Now you get a standing 8 count in boxing and kickboxing. So
I think he might have asked what he asked some question. He's in good spirits. You could say, oh, he's getting lit up.
But you know what I'm liking is Carter isn't backing away. Carter's still throwing his own shots. He's throwing that push kick. He was throwing some punches. You know, he was eating several punches from Trace Tuckett, but he's still in this fight. He's still aggressive, and he's still trying to defend himself.
Well, he's definitely coming forward, and honestly, I'm rooting for the guy.
Yeah, this
It's
is over.
over,
That
ladies and
was
gentlemen.
that
It
right
is
hand
over.
connected really hard. From our angle,
Yes.
you could see Carter almost go out as his head turned off of that first
spinning,
right.
Yeah, spinning almost.
Wow, that was a great performance by Trace Tuckett coming in getting his hand raised. So now he's undefeated in MMA and in kickboxing.
Hey, he looked good.
He looked great.
He looked really good.
All right, let's take
Nice
it to the
straight
cage.
punches.
Make this thing official.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll get both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Gentlemen, can I get both fighters to the center of the ring? Gang, you know what to do. Make some noise for both these fighters, would you? I may have been wrong about you guys all along. Nice job. Your winner, 53 seconds into round number 1, by knockout out of the red corner, Trace Tuckett!
Trace, let me get you over here. Beautiful performance, my friend. Is that how you planned it?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Every move?
Yeah. It's exactly how I imagined it. So.
Well, it looked beautiful. Did he bring anything that surprised you? It seemed as though you were nice, cool, collected in there. You stunned him real quick, real early. I mean, walk it through for me. Tell me about it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just do me. So. That's all I got to do. I'll win.
Well, that sounds good. I'm glad you believe in yourself, but we believe in you too. So is there anybody else that you want to thank that also believes you, maybe like gym, family, sponsors?
Definitely. Hey, 4-7, they're the greatest. I also want to thank those Agima guys. Get some good training in with them.
All right. Well, everybody, let me give it a big round of applause for Trace Tuckett.
Trace is undefeated. You had weeks and weeks to get ready for this fight, right? Trace, did you find out, when did you find out about tonight's fight? When did you find out about tonight's fight?
3 days ago. Got this fight on 3 days' notice, but hey, none of that matters. My ferocity in here, nobody can stand it.
I'm not going to argue with you, sir. You are officially undefeated, 1-0. Well done. We look forward to you coming back, man. Good job. One more picture you have to take, and then we'll let you head out. Make some noise for your winner. Who wants him next? You better sign up. Trace Tuckett, undefeated. You didn't even mess your hair up, man. All right, you guys ready for fight number 3? Are you guys ready for fight number 3? Maybe you didn't hear me. All right, if you want your stereo to sound like that, there's only one place to go. Fight number 3 is brought to you by one of our longtime sponsors, JSS, Jones Subwoofer Solutions. They are known worldwide. They are the biggest bass and the best in the audio industry. You want the car that goes boom, you want it to sound good, one place to go, JSS. Make sure you check them out. They are on Facebook. They are bringing you one more amateur kickboxing fight, scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Coming out first, going to be fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 209 pounds, with a current kickboxing record of 0-0. Doing it for Wasatch Combat Sports. Let's hear it for Kaika Smith.
got it again.
You know, a good track is a good track, and Kika Smith knows what a good track sounds like. He's coming out here right now standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds with a record of 0-0-0. So what do we know?
One of those O's is going to go.
One of those O's is going to go. Now, he's training out of Team Wasatch Combat Sports. What do we know about them?
You know more about them, I believe, than I do.
Well, I know that they do a lot of different, like, kickboxing
Disciplines.
and other types of training. Casey right there is the MMA coach. They don't exactly have an MMA team, but they do have people that train there that specifically do fight, and Casey is the one that kind of heads that up. No, it's a great gym. They got a lot of great guys coming out and doing the thing, but this is more what they train for.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. He will probably be more well-versed in here than his opponent.
Yes.
All right, and his opponent tonight fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 207 pounds. Also making his amateur kickboxing debut, doing it for the Juan Gym Worldwide. Make some noise for Juan Homaceo!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Juan Homaceo that walks out right now, doesn't even wait for the music. Standing 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighing at 205 pounds. He too has a record of 0-0-0. What does that mean?
One of those O's has got to go.
Well, it says that he's fighting out of Team the Juan Gym Worldwide.
The Juan Gym Worldwide. So I'm not familiar with the Juan Gym Worldwide, but you know, he definitely looks like he's ready to get in here and bang a little bit. So I'm excited about this. You know, I love it when these are some of the bigger guys that they're not 250 plus pounds. They're 205. But these guys are both look like they're in good shape. You look over at Kika, he doesn't look like he walks at 205. He probably walks at about 215, 220. He's a big guy. And then you've got Juan, he probably walks around 215 also. You can tell he definitely cut down for this. But, you know, I'm excited for this. This is where you see a lot more of those quick, aggressive punches. Instead of just the heavy punches that you get out of the big heavyweights, you're going to get, you know, some of that well-timed and well-aligned shots.
Well, these are some of the good experience makers.
Yes.
I mean, when we would do these types of things over at One Hit or have one of our guys in Muay Thai show or something else outside of MMA, we always would kind of see it as experience.
Yes.
So it was almost like fun. It wasn't as serious as kind of your Muay Thai career. You were definitely getting the striking experience.
But it definitely looks serious when you're in there because
they're having a blast.
Yeah, they're exchanging some serious blows right now. Ooh, nice
head kick.
Juan threw up nice head kick.
Oh yeah.
And Kika counters with some punches.
Nice too. I mean,
nice leg
Juan
kick by
looks
Kika.
good.
I'd like to see him throw that a little bit more outside instead of so close in his distance. You get a little bit more out of it on that connection, you know. But
nice.
those hands of Kika's are just terrifying, man.
Oh, he cracks.
Yeah, he hits hard.
Well, you're seeing Juan just keep that guard up. I mean, but
no,
Kika cracks.
Juan looks great. Juan's taking some big shots, and then he's throwing some back. He's throwing those head kicks. His kicks look phenomenal.
I think he's countered a few times that kept Kika more honest.
Right. Well, and you look at Juan's punches. His strikes, they're clean. Like that, when he was standing southpaw, he threw that left cross, and it was right down the middle, chambered right from the shoulder, and didn't look like he exaggerated it. He didn't rotate backwards to throw it. He just shot it right off from where it was at. And that's something you see when people actually train and know what they're doing.
I'd like to see Kika throw more of those leg kicks. He was definitely landing with those, definitely doing damage. You know, I think he whips off a couple of those, and we got a different looking fight.
Well, especially with his back leg. When he's throwing those leg kicks with his back leg, he's landed some really clean ones. He threw a few leg kicks with his front leg, but from too close and too close to the range, so they weren't landing as effectively. But damn, those big right hands are landing.
Ooh, nice. Went body, head with the right hand.
Ooh. All right, we got a standing 8 count right now.
And there's that 10-second click you just heard.
Yeah, this fight's over.
Oh, he's done. They're calling it.
Yeah, took some big shots to the body that just kind of toppled him over.
Yes, he did.
And wow, man, that Kika hit so freaking hard.
He cracks.
Now, boxing gloves, it's not like you're wearing giant pillows that absorb all the impact.
No.
But if someone is wearing boxing gloves and connecting that hard with those gloves, you think about the gloves that they wear when we do MMA, which are traditionally, I believe, 4-ounce gloves.
4-ounce gloves, yes.
And so the gloves he's wearing right now are 16-ounce gloves. 14 to 16, depending on what the commission decided the rule is for
this bout.
kickboxing. Yes.
Yes.
So you're taking at least 10 ounces off of those gloves in the MMA side. Just imagine how much more
Force.
impact is landing on your face with those MMA gloves, which we've seen from Kaika. So
Well, I would say you're adding actually with the boxing gloves. They've done studies on the boxing gloves and that can cause more damage because it's heavier. So therefore, when it concussively or hits you in the head, it's actually coming with more force than say a 4-ounce glove.
I learned so much sitting next to you. All right, let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
Fighters to the center of the ring. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for these fighters, would you? Your winner, 1 minute 59 seconds into round number 1 by TKO. Out of the red corner, Kaika Smith.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Kaika Smith. Kaika, holy crap, your hands are heavy, man. How are you feeling right now?
Like the king. Same thing I said the last time I stepped in here. 205 belt will be mine by the end of the year.
Well, I can't wait to see you do more with it, man. Every time you get in the cage, it's entertaining as hell. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, of course, my coaches, my wife and my cousin, the Hugh Ranch boys. Anybody can get it. Sign the contract. I'll be back in here September 30th to smash.
So I don't even got to ask if you're going to do this again, right?
No, I don't got the belt yet.
All right, man. Well, we can't wait to see you do this again. Everybody give it for your winner, Kaika Smith!
I'm going to refer to him as Mr. Smith as long as we're in the ring together. Congratulations, Mr. Smith. You are undefeated, sir. Well done. Got his picture taken with the Bud Girls. Budweiser hooking us up with some stuff we're going to give away a little bit later. Make sure you have your tickets handy. The tickets that got you in here, we got some stuff. You might have a lucky ticket. I'm giving away a Budweiser cooler and a really cool Budweiser dartboard. I tried to take it. I didn't have a ticket. So if you got a lucky ticket, we're going to draw it a little bit later. We'll give you a minute. Find your tickets. We will be giving away some more Budweiser swag. You guys ready for fight number 4? All right, we're switching from kickboxing to MMA, so give yourself a second to get warmed up. You guys ready for some MMA? Fight number 4 brought to you by Legacy Roofing and Energy. All you got to do is call these guys. I don't know if you saw the rain, but if that rain got inside your house, there's one place to go. I see their black and green trucks everywhere. Legacy Roofing and Energy, Northern Utah's best commercial and residential. Get a hold of them. They'll come to you. They'll check you out. And they'll tell you what you need. Go to the places that you can trust and that support us. Legacy Roofing in the house, hooking you up with an amateur MMA bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, going to be fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 172 pounds, and making his debut with SteelFist Fight Night. He's an independent. Let's hear it for Kenneth Alley.
Waiting for that spot in the song to drop.
Yep. You can see him back there.
All right, we're getting ready to start the MMA for the evening. And as soon as he comes out from behind this cage, we're going to introduce you to Kenneth Alley. This man is 28 years old, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighed in at 172 pounds on the money with a perfect amateur record of 0-0-0. He's an independent fighter. So what do we usually say about independent fighters, or do you know anything specifically about Kenneth?
I don't know much about Kenneth. You normally talk about him as the Phantom Menace. You know,
Yes.
someone that we don't know much about. They may be very good. They may be just transitioning from one state to another. They just haven't signed up with a gym just yet.
Maybe they used to train a lot back in the day, and then their gym closed, or they're no longer affiliated with that gym for whatever reason. So independent doesn't necessarily mean untrained like
Yes,
it used
yes.
to back in the day.
Yes, yes. I have seen that he's pretty excited. I've seen him on social media. He's tagged me in a few of the posts going around here. So, you know, he's very ready for this fight. He's been training. Again, I think of a lot of anticipation that I've kind of seen going into this bout.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to see that. You know, a lot of guys in their first fight, they don't really know what they're getting into. So some of them don't tell anybody, and then some of them tell everybody.
Yep.
So
yep.
you never know how they're gonna act about it when it comes to social media. You know, some people want to get in here, get it out of the way. If they do well, they're going to talk about it to everyone, you know? And then there's other people that just kind of keep it hush-hush. And, you know, they lose and they're like, okay, nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
Or they're wild and talking it up before they ever get in the cage. So
we see them all around here.
Right. And with him being the Phantom Menace, that just adds to it. We don't know what to say based off of that.
No, and I just try to keep an eye on him. Look at him like him right now. He's kind of at the wrong side of the cage, kind of shows.
But he's never been in the cage,
No,
so
he doesn't know.
that makes sense. All right, let's take it up to
All right,
Dave and
his
see who's
opponent
fighting.
tonight going to be coming out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 177.5 pounds, also making his amateur debut with SteelFist Fight Night. Another independent, let's hear it for George Serrano!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have George Serrano walking out. He stands 5 foot 6 inches tall, weighted at 177.5 pounds, and I believe he's an amateur fighter. I mean, not amateur, independent fighter as well, isn't he?
Yeah, 2 amateur fighters with perfect records.
Exactly.
Coming in.
0-0.
Yep, so obviously one of those O's is going to go. So another Phantom Menace, we don't know anything about him. But what I do see is that his corner seems to know what they're doing.
Yes.
And that tells me a little bit about them. That at least means they're familiar with the fight game in some fashion. When you looked over at the Kenneth Alley, the red corner, when he came out, he had one of the house corners, Kevin Allred, with him. So
Yes.
Kevin, you always know he is going to perform well. He knows what he's doing. He corners every single fight night. He's very familiar with the game. Well, you've got George over there with his corner, and they're not house corners, and they know what they're doing. They were putting on the Vaseline, doing everything the right way. He definitely looks calm coming in here, like he's ready to get in and start banging. So
I mean, I'm excited for this. Yeah, I'm excited for this bout.
No, and I'm excited because on paper these guys match up so well, you know, and it's hard to say anything when you've never seen fight film on them. You've never seen any of their gyms because they're independent. You don't know what they're bringing in here. And
That's what I like about SteelFist so much. I mean, you don't always see that in other promotions. You're not seeing
they're
what I
not,
feel is a fair matchup.
Well, and they don't run a gym. So they're not setting up fights for their fighters. They're setting up fights for fighters.
Yes,
and so they're
yes,
getting
yes.
people is close to a perfect matchup as they can. Obviously, when it comes to something like this where they're an amateur fighter that has no fights and they don't have a gym that they're training out of, it's hard. So you just have to go off of the tail of the tape to see what you're looking at. But when they do get guys that have records and have fought, they're not setting them up against someone that's completely going to outclass them.
Exactly.
They want to set up a good fight where you can get in and actually test yourself against someone equal or similar level.
Yeah, and they do a great job of it. Some of the best in the state and some of the best in the business.
Absolutely. All right, and the referee for this fight is not Dave Selye. No. You notice they look slightly different.
Yes, it is slightly.
This is Tyler Tomlinson. He's giving some last-minute instructions to these guys, and they're going to get this on.
Okay. And he had to get a last-minute squat in there before we started, and we're underway.
Ooh, nice. Nice little exchange. I really like that out of Serrano.
Yeah, they're exploding.
I really like that kick that Serrano threw to kind of stop that forward progression of Ali.
Another one again. Some flying kicks. A lot of nervous energy you're seeing out there right now.
Which is very normal for someone in their first fight in the cage in front of a crowd like this.
Exactly, and that's exactly. And he goes and did he pull guard?
It looked like he pulled guard as he was going down. I think that Kenneth went in, shot in, and was able to more or less get that takedown by driving forward. And it looked like Serrano's reaction was to pull guard, but went straight in for that arm and guillotine. He's got him locked up pretty good, but you know, is it tight enough to cut off the air for Ali?
Well, he's fighting really hard.
Oh,
so yeah,
there's the
that's
tap.
what I thought might happen.
Great job. You don't see a lot of arm and guillotines, especially from a half guard, that are able to complete, but you could see it on the face of Kenneth Ali that he did not have the air going in. He could not breathe, and Serrano was just squeezing for dear life, getting that life choked out of Kenneth Ali. So great job, man. Way to go, coming in, getting your first fight, getting your hand raised in your first fight in the SteelFist cage.
Hey, and Kenneth, keep your head up. You know, come back out, get your second fight here too. I mean, these guys did great. Look, I mean, he's got the corner there. I mean, again, this could be the difference, like you said, on some of the corners, and it looks like he's been training with some good guys.
Yeah, you know, it really does boil down to training. And, you know, we're going to take this thing to the cage and make it official. But if you're out there, you're watching, you're thinking, hey, I'm tough. I'm at home, and I get in fights at the bar. I get fights at the barbecue. And you think that you can do this, come try it out. And if you don't win, get in the gym and get some training. Because that's all that's going to do is make you that much better.
Your winner, 57 seconds into round number 1. Tap out due to guillotine choke. Out of the black corner, George Serrano!
George, let me get you over here. Beautiful work, beautiful work. Tell me about your first experience here in the SteelFist cage.
Oh man, it's just like I expected. That adrenaline, woo! We still flying high, man. Woo. We're gonna be back for some more.
That's beautiful, it's beautiful. So do you have any family, friends, sponsors that you want to thank?
Just all the people that supported me, following my dreams. Got my kids that aren't here, but they're with me in spirit. My 2 beautiful boys.
That's beautiful, that's beautiful. We love that. Well, we all love the performance. It was great. You got to finish. You're undefeated. Everybody, let me get a big round of applause for Serrano. Good job.
Hey, where's Team Serrano at? Make some noise for your guy, would you? They got it all on the phone, boss. You'll be able to watch all 57 seconds of it later. Get your picture taken with the Butt Girls. Hang on, man. I know it's the hard part of the night. Smile. We are moving right along. George walking out of here undefeated. Congratulations, sir. You guys ready for some more MMA? Don't be getting tired on me yet. We're just getting started. Fight number 5 brought to you by our friends at Urban Pawn and Jewelry, a new sponsor with us. You got to go check them out. They've got stuff all over the place. Make sure you check them out on State Street, 4791 South State Street. Urban Pawn and Jewelry. Tell them SteelFist sent you. They are sponsoring fight number 5, an amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 140 pounds with a current record of 2-1. Doing it for Salt Lake Muay Thai and Snake Pit MMA. Make some noise for Jake the Snake Banuelos!
Why go through the curtain when you can go under it? Jake the Snake Banuelos coming out right now. This man is 26 years old, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighed in at 140 pounds with a record of 2-1-0. He is representing Team Salt Lake Muay Thai and the Snake Pit MMA. What do we know about those places?
Well, we know that it was originally...
It's actually that place. It's a co-op gym right now, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, and I was going to talk about Jake the Snake, the original.
Yes.
That is sitting right there, Paul, that we have.
Is that Ivan Drago looking man that you just saw the back of his head a second ago that turned around? You can see his face right there with the Snake Pit shirt. That is head coach Jake Paul from Snake Pit MMA. He's a world champion MMA fighter for several different promotions globally. He was a professional jouster on Nights of Mayhem, a TV show some of you may have seen in the past. He was a competitor on X-Arm, the Extreme Arm Wrestling Championship, where they would do arm wrestling mixed with MMA and beat the crap out of each other.
Yes, so he's got a plethora of knowledge.
Yes,
in
he's got a lot
area.
of experience in multiple different types of combat sports.
Well, and he allows Jacob Venezuela to use that name of Jake the Snake.
Yeah. Banuelos is he's a respectful kid. I'm going to call him a kid because I'm an old man, but Banuelos is a respectful kid. He's got a lot of energy. He's kind of got that almost that thuggish, like, yeah, I'm going to F you up kind of an attitude, but he's super nice, super respectful, and he's great at the gym. He comes in, he puts the work on. He trains with Big Jake all the time. He's getting in there, and he's putting in the work, and I think that's the biggest thing that I like watching between the two Jake the Snakes over there, or Jake's the Snake, is watching that teamwork, that cohesion.
Beautiful.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 138 pounds, with a current record of 2-0. He's an independent. Make some noise for David Garcia.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now we have walking out David Garcia, standing 5 foot 9 inches tall, weighing at 138 pounds. He is an independent. He is 2-0, so he's undefeated. So we have, here you go, another independent, shall we say, the Phantom Menace, as you say, undefeated. Tell me what else you know about him.
Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about him, but obviously he's doing something right. He's 2-0.
That's my point.
Right. He's got Kevin Allred, our house corner, coming out and corner him. I love his shirt, Team David. Like he is his team. I like it. I'm excited to see how he does against Jake the Snake.
Yes,
see if they both have the same style and they both like to bang. Because I'll tell you right now, Jake the Snake likes to bang and he hits hard. But as far as David Garcia, is he going to match up to that?
Well, he does that tape that he has on his ears that you see right there. That's because he has piercings or gauges, so they'll tend to put tape over there so nothing gets in there, no toes or fingers or anything that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, same with if you wear trunks when you come out and fight and they've got pockets, especially if there's a flap over the pocket or if there's any ties on them, then you have to tape those up as well because you don't want anything that can endanger either yourself or your opponent just because it's part of your clothing, or in this case with the ears, the gauges, they represent a danger to you as the fighter, so they make sure to tape that up so a finger can't get in there, like you said.
Well, and I'm kind of excited for this bout. I mean, I'm really want to see what's going on and what's going to really happen here. As I'm sitting here looking at it, you're looking over there, and David looks very calm, very cool, collected. I mean, he's sitting there talking to the ref, showing him his cup.
Yeah, making sure everything's – well, I mean, he's been in the cage twice.
Well, he's undefeated.
And I think this one is, again, double-checking what I saw on David. He has fought with us a few times, and one thing that I've liked about it, he hasn't fought since – I believe 2019, so I had to do a little bit of double checking on it. But yeah, no, these guys match up really well because they're both strikers. Looking over at David Garcia's record, he's got 2 wins, both to punches, one in the first round, one in the second round. So, this is one that I'm kind of more excited about now looking at that because these are both strikers that have the ability to stop the fight with their hands.
Yes. He came right out. He didn't even get out of the corner.
Good scramble.
Good scramble right in the mouth.
Yeah, David Garcia did a great job kind of handling that scramble from Jake the Snake, who was going for that takedown.
Yes.
And look at the way that David's kind of trapping that right side.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, getting secure in the neck already.
Another scramble.
He's too high.
Yep, and Jake doing a good job scrambling, getting to a better position, a safer position. I'd like to see David kind of climb up, but if David's a striker, he might not have a lot of experience on the ground for the grappling side of things to start climbing up the body and going for an arm lock.
Hey, he had some nice hips there on that takedown.
Oh, no, he did a great job stopping the takedown and scrambling to end up in a dominant position. And I like seeing that his legs aren't crossed on top of him either. No. He's keeping his legs open. The guard is open. He's got one leg planted in the hip.
Looks like he's trying to climb a bit. He's got a foot there on the hip.
Yep, I like that he's putting that foot in the handle there, right in the hip, and kind of not going too wild underneath there, and not just locking down and squeezing and exhausting a whole lot of energy by doing that. And there you go. You see him start climbing up right now.
He's trying to secure an arm bar, maybe.
Just a little bit to the wrong side for that arm bar, but he lets go. You don't want to eat too many of those shots to the body. Oh, Jake scrambles this time, ends up in a dominant position, has that mounted guillotine, switches to the guard, and he might have this thing in.
Is he asleep?
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that was quick.
Yeah. Did he tap? I didn't see it. I missed it.
I didn't either.
If we could get a replay of that, that'd be great.
I was watching Jake, and all of a sudden, Tyler came in and stopped that fight. That was great job. We got Jake over here letting us know 2 in a row, the second one in a row.
He came to see us.
He likes to make sure that we know.
Beautiful,
right?
beautiful.
Hey, great job, man. That was a fun fight. The scrambling for both of those guys was really good, and it just happened that Jake ended up at the better end of that scramble, the second takedown.
He did. You know, Jake's got a lot of heart. I love the kid's personality.
Well, like I said, he's a good kid, man.
He
really has. He's got a good attitude. He might have a little bit of that. Like I said, that thug energy, like I'm gonna F you up, but that's for the fight. That's for this, and then afterwards and beforehand, he's a good guy. And yeah, let's take it to the cage, make this thing official.
Your winner, 1 minute, 47 seconds into round number 1. A tap out due to guillotine choke. Out of the red corner, Jacob Banuelos.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Jake the Snake Banuelos. Man, how are you feeling right now?
I just want to give all glory to God right now. Rest in peace, my cousin James. He passed away during camp. So this one was for you, boy. I love you, big dog.
Outstanding, man. Hey, did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
He's strong. But we knew he was going to come out super strong in the first round. We came what we did we need to do. Come for that belt.
Is there anyone you want to thank before you walk away?
Thank the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, my team, the Snake Pit, SLC Muay Thai. Love you guys. I'll come back.
All right, everyone give it up for your winner, Jake the Snake Banuelos. He didn't want to wait.
He's not messing around. He took care of business. One more picture of you, sir, and then we'll let you get to it. Giving a shout out, taking care of business. Your winner now 3-1, Jacob Banuelos. So here's a tip for you. If you're over the age of 21 and would like to get an adult beverage, there's not much of a line upstairs. So make sure you check that out upstairs. If you want to get up there, you know the trick. Hook up your servers. Be nice to them. But right now, there's not much of a line upstairs. I got another thing to tell you about. Our sponsor, Urban Pawn. You want to talk about something cool? They are throwing down for the fight of the night. It'll be their call, but you could influence them when you make noise. We get a wicked cool fight or another wicked cool fight. They've got a solid sterling silver bar about the size of your iPhone. He wanted me to come out here and show it off, and I said I was just going to hit the door with it. I'll take a chance. But it's not going to me. It's not going to you. It's going to go to the fighter that wins the fight of the night. This is legit, man. So Urban Pawn, make sure you check them out. They are not messing around tonight. They brought the bling, and they are going to hook somebody up. So that crew is cool. You guys ready for fight number 6? That's too bad, because unfortunately, we had to scratch fight number 6. Jason Jones, JSS, going to hook us up. We had a fighter that could not make it here. Do me a favor. Remember, we're going to stay positive, you guys. Hopefully, everybody's all right. They wanted to do it. It's not going to happen this time. We'll try and get them back in the cage. So, fight number 6 is not going to be the fight of the night, but you never know. Fight number 7 might be it. You guys ready for fight number 7? My Legacy crew sitting right up front. I bet they are going to be busy starting tomorrow. They will come to you. Give them a call. Trust me on this. They are a rocking sponsor of SteelFist Fight Night. And like I said, I see his black trucks all over the place. You talk to his crew. They absolutely love working there. And when you take care of your people take care of your customers. So support Legacy Roofing, Northern Utah's best commercial and residential roofing. Make sure you call them. They'll come out and give you a free roof inspection. They are hooking you up with fight number 7, an amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 184.5 pounds with a current record of 1-1. He's doing it for the dojo. Let's hear it for Daquan Barber.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got Daquan Barber. This man is 27 years old, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighed in at 184.5 pounds with a record of 1-1-0, representing the dojo. What do we know about this guy, Ryan?
We know that he's fought here before. I've seen him fight. If I remember correctly, he was kind of a little scrapper. I mean, one of the things that I'm seeing is I'm definitely seeing that we do have some of our, it looks like, house guys here that are kind of in this corner. You have Kevin Allred right there. What do you know about him?
Well, the snake pit's also helped. One of the corners from the snake pit is also helping corner. Now, Daquan, he's fought twice for us as SteelFist. I know his first fight was the loss with, I believe it was a unanimous decision against Tyler Call. And then his last fight, he actually won against Trenton Petty back in June.
And Tyler Call's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a tough bout.
Yeah, that loss doesn't really say anything negative about him. He's definitely entertaining to watch. I'm excited to see how he mixes up tonight.
Let's see it. Let's hear about the next guy.
All right, and his opponent tonight, fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 184.5 pounds with a current record of 0-0. Doing it for Cache Valley MMA. Let's hear it for Mitch Olsen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mitch Olsen walking out right now. He's 23 years old. He weighed in at 184.5 pounds. This guy stands, I forgot, 5 foot 11 inches tall. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I like the song.
It's definitely a good one.
It is.
Now,
it is.
He is an undefeated fighter. He's the 0-0, so one of those O's gotta go. He is training out of Cache Valley MMA. You can see that big guy right there, Kofi. Yes. Kofi's been around the game. I remember him getting involved around 2005, 2006 time frame when he was only 18. Yes. I believe he actually came in the gym and started training at Ultimate Combat when he was 17.
Okay.
And literally one of the most athletic individuals I have ever had the opportunity to meet. Just tough as nails and physically fit at 17, and he's just gotten more and more experience in training. He was training at Jeremy Horns for a long time, and opened up the gym up there he's the coach, the main coach up there with Cache Valley MMA, and he's out here every single show when they've got someone fighting, cornering him. He puts in the work with them in the gym and here when they get in the cage. So,
well, hey, I mean, they put out some really good guys, and he definitely looks in shape. I mean, the guy looks kind of mean.
Oh, no.
Especially when he comes out to this.
Right.
With good old Johnny Cash.
No, Mitch looks calm. He looks he looks confident. He looks comfortable. Coming out for your first fight, you do expect a little bit of the adrenaline dump to come out, or the jitters before they get into the cage. He definitely looks calm. But again, we've talked about this before. A lot of the rural areas in Utah, they have their combat sports like wrestling and stuff like that are very big. So you usually see guys that have been in competition type sports coming in to fight when they've come from those rural towns. So you see him be a little bit more calm when they get in there.
Yes. Well, he's very calm. He's coming out. He looks like he's ready for war. I saw him come in as he was walking to his corner, took a breath. We got Dave out there. He's giving some instructions, last-minute things. We did have a rules meeting, like we always say.
Yes. So all of the rules were gone over before. He just gives him that reminder. Remember, back of the head, he kind of runs his fingers along the 2-inch strip along the back of your head to remind you where that's at. Tells you to have a good, clean fight. Remember what he talked about before. And now these guys are getting at it. And Daquan starting off with some nice little shots there. And
He went right into a grappling exchange.
Yeah, quickly Mitch closes that distance.
It looks like we're going for a takedown if we can.
He's doing a good job dragging. There he goes. He's got that foot, but Daquan has got some balance. He was doing a one-hand handstand there to keep himself up.
Well, and Daquan's, nice double leg. Pick him up.
I was going to say, if he gets out of this one, that's amazing. But, I mean, great job by Mitch Olsen getting that takedown. Definitely something he had to work for. Daquan did not give it to him easy.
When it looks as this is like exactly where Mitch wants to be. You know, as soon as we came out, Daquan started throwing hands. Mitch grabbed onto him real quick.
Put him against the cage, stop those strikes.
Yeah, you could tell this is where we want to be. This is his world, it looks like.
And this, again, you kind of expect a little bit of that strong wrestling from not just where he's living, but also the people that he's training with. You know, Kofi is a very strong grappler, so if you're training with that man, you're going to get some good grappling. And good scramble by
timing.
Daquan, able to get out of that bad position. And beautiful head throw. Daquan looked great there. He just threw him around.
Great timing on that. He waited right for him to go knee on belly. Escape.
And again, scramble. We talk about the scramble a lot, you know, and that's another. You saw right there, Daquan got out of the bad position due to the scramble, and Mitch kept with it and kept scrambling through and was able now to take the back. He doesn't have hooks in, but he's in a dominant position right now. He's definitely putting Daquan in a spot that he doesn't want to be in.
Yes, exactly. But remember what happened last time. I mean, Daquan had great timing, but I mean, he's in a bad spot right now.
Yeah, with Mitch Olsen in full mount with his knees up high.
Yeah, knees up high, slowly climbing up, using that forehead well.
Yeah, he's got that pressure down, making it difficult for Daquan to really change the pressure and the angle of the weight distribution for Mitch Olsen.
I mean, he's doing a really good job kind of slowly getting up there. I'd like to see him try to posture up if he could. If he can posture up, he can land some heavy blows. He can get this fight stopped.
He could. He potentially could. He's got
go.
just over 30 seconds.
There we go.
But I think that Daquan is doing a great job of staying busy and preventing that from happening.
And Daquan's slippery.
No, he's doing great. He's tripod right now. I'd love to see him start shaking. Just shaking a little bit and try and shake him off.
He's stopping top of the head.
Top of the head, yep. That's targeting to the top of the head right there. That's the biggest thing. So Dave trying to tell him neutral corner. So you need to be, when there's any kind of foul, you're not allowed to go to your corner. You're not allowed to go to the center of the cage. You go to the neutral corner. That way neither fighter can be receiving pointers from their coaches.
Yeah, Daquan's rubbing the back of his head right now.
Yeah, no, those were shots directly targeting the back of the head.
Was it the back or was it the top?
It was right around.
They were illegal blows.
Yeah, right around the vertex.
Yeah.
Or the crown, sorry,
Yes.
in the back.
Oh! Right at the 10-second clicker.
Big
and that's
left
over.
hand. Wow, I did not see that coming.
Nope. That's over, and the doc's in there.
Wow, big left hand by Mitch Olsen. Dropped Daquan Barber right after the 10-second click.
Yep. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful.
Great job. Daquan saying he's good.
He's good.
I love seeing it when, the recovery like that. He definitely looked like he was a little confused for a second. And then I need to pick up my mouthpiece. Instead of attacking the ref, that's the other one that we see when they come to, is attack the ref.
Yes.
So, Daquan, man, you put on a great fight. That was up until there. It was looking good for you, but man, Mitch Olsen landed that shot perfectly.
Well, he left that uppercut hanging and just got caught.
Outstanding. All right, let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
Sounds good.
All right, we get both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Gentlemen, both fighters to the center of the ring, and you know what to do. Make some noise for the Warriors. Your winner, 2 minutes, 54 seconds into round number 1 by TKO. Out of the black corner, Mitch Olsen.
Mitch, let me grab you right here. Mitch Heavy Hands Olsen. Beautiful performance. Tell me about that.
I'm not a striker. I'm a wrestler. I got lucky. Daquan's a great fighter.
I saw that. I saw it looked like as soon as it came out, he grabbed you, or you grabbed him trying to take it down. He looked a little slippery on the ground, was he?
A little bit, a little bit.
So are we going to see you back in here in this cage?
I'll have to talk to my wife, but I'm pretty sure, yeah.
All right, everybody, let me was there anybody you want to thank, actually?
Yeah, I want to thank my wife for helping me make weight. Appreciate it. Thank my family for being here. I want to most of all thank my wrestling coach, Ron John Choi. Rest in peace, coach.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, everybody, let me get a big round of applause for Mitch Olsen. Good fight.
Hey, Mitch, I know how to make you smile even bigger. You're in the running for the silver bar right now. So you officially are in the running, sir. Let's see how the night goes. Your winner tonight by TKO. Now undefeated at 1-0. Going to be Mitch Olsen. One more picture, sir. And then let's watch the rest of the night. Make some noise. You guys ready for another one? Where'd y'all go? All right, take a minute, sip your beverage, loosen up. I'll ask you again. You guys ready for fight number 8? That's better. Fight number 8 brought to you by my good friend, Coach Wayne Brown, sitting over there with Polly Ride as MC. Much love and respect to that crew. Extreme Fire Protection. Again, you want to deal with the best, just give them a call. Extreme Fire Protection hooking us up. Longtime sponsor here at SteelFist Fight Night. So, Wayne, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. He is bringing you fight number 8, another amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, going to be fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in 177 pounds, making his SteelFist Fight Night amateur debut for Horn's Elite Performance. Let's hear it for Derek Hamblin.
It's quite the intro.
Yeah. You know, we talk about it all the time. Sometimes fighters, they have a certain moment in the song that pumps them up. They wait for that. And here we go. We've got Derek Hamblin coming out right now. This man is 24 years old, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighed in at 177 pounds with a perfect record of 0-0-0. So what do we know?
One of those O's has got to go.
Now, he is training out at Elite Performance. What do we know about Elite Performance?
Well, we got Jeremy Horn right there, the Utah Elite, the Utah All-Star, shall we say.
Yeah, kind of the world-renowned Jeremy Horn. Is
yes,
like,
yes.
You know, this man has hundreds of fights under his record, and
from all over, all sorts of organizations.
Yeah, he's fought in UFC, choked out Chuck Liddell. I mean, the man is amazing. In fact, we used to call him the UFC maker.
Okay.
So anytime someone would fight him from Utah, they would end up in the UFC. Like Josh Berkman, the People's Warrior, he fought against Jeremy Horn. Jeremy beat him, and then all of a sudden Berkman was on the UFC.
Yes, yes.
You know,
that type of level.
Court McGee fought him, lost, and then Court McGee was on
I remember.
UFC.
I remember.
So, you know, Jeremy Horn has been around forever. He still even helps some of the UFC fighters that are currently fighting train for their fights. So they'll fly out to get some training in with him. We've been watching that happen for easily 2 decades now. So this guy right here is training with one of the best to have ever walked into the cage. So Derek Hamlin's definitely getting some high-quality training. I love the shorts, by the way. They look great. And let's see what his opponent looks like.
All righty.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 184 pounds, also making his amateur debut with SteelFist Fight Night. Doing it for Fight City, let's hear it for Luke Sanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Luke Sanders walking out right now. He stands 5 foot 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 184 pounds. He's fighting out of Fight City. What do we know about those guys?
Well, you know, Ramsey Najim, that good-looking, scary individual right behind him with the shirt that says The Pit is one of his coaches. So it says Fight City, but he's looks
yes,
like
that's not Fight City.
No, that's The Pit. So we don't know a whole lot about him, again, because Luke Sanders has a perfect record of 0-0-0. But this is, again, what we talked about before, where SteelFist does a great job of getting guys with records and skill sets that match up really well. You've got both of these guys training under UFC caliber fighters and coaches, and both of them with perfect records of 0-0-0. So on paper, these guys weigh up really well together. They both come from great tutelage.
Yes.
And they're about to get in the cage and kind of see who's been learning more at what they're doing.
Well, and again, you had Ramsey there. Ramsey's turned into the coach, you know, and he's there for his guys. Saw him back there singing behind. It was making me chuckle a little bit. I mean, these guys are ready to come out here and put in some work.
Yeah, you know, you look at the tail of the tape. They're both weighing in at 180 pounds. They're both 5 feet 10 inches tall. You can tell that Luke's lost some weight to get here in his journey to get here. You know, but these guys match up really well on paper. Again, this is one of those things I love seeing with the SteelFist Fight Night crew. Nice show of love with these guys coming by, little fist bump action as he's running past. You know, either you get Mad Dog or you get a fist bump, and I like the fist bump out of the two. So.
Well, I'm curious what we're going to see in this battle. Are we going to see a striking battle? Are we going to see some sort of grappling battle? I think coming out of Jeremy Horns, I definitely think we had a good ground game.
Well, and that's what you get out of Ramsey Najim as well,
Exactly.
who's a top-tier Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. So, you know, it's one of those things. It's hard to say what you're going to see out of this. Now, Jeremy's guys, they do get a great ground game, but they also get a really good stand-up game. So you never know what you're going to get, especially with these guys that you've never seen come in the cage. Tyler Thompson, our referee this evening, giving some last-minute instructions. Again, going over the stuff he talked about in the briefing earlier. And now we're about to see some action. And you look over at Derek Hamlin, and he looks like he is ready to go.
He looks like a bull just getting ready to get out there.
He's got a lot of energy that he's just holding on to.
And there they go.
Nice Brazilian takedown.
Yes. So I guess he answered our question for us. Nice.
Great exchange coming off of Luke Saunders with a lot of energy. Hamlin climbs up nice, has a triangle started.
Yes.
Kind of locked it in backwards. I'd like to see him switch it up a little bit. Kind of switch his feet. There you go, just like that.
Let's see what happens.
He keeps going to the opposite
the
leg.
wrong way.
I would love to see Derek switch it up and go to the other leg as far as for that triangle. You can finish this way. It's just a little bit harder because when your knee is pointed outward, it takes that pressure off of the carotid artery with the shoulder.
And the thing is, he's probably done the triangle how many times, but now we're in a fight.
He's getting hit.
Exactly.
With
now we're in a
lot
fight,
of repetition
and
from
you're getting
Luke.
punched.
Exactly.
Things change.
And Luke Sanders is landing a lot of shots to the body, and that really does mess with your brain. You kind of forget that muscle memory that you've developed over the years.
Well, and here we are about a minute in.
And Derek's now got the triangle in a little bit more accurate, a little bit more secure.
A little more correctly. Still on I guess kind of the calf area.
Well, and that goes on to what Luke was doing with putting that pressure on, making it difficult for Derek to really sink that foot down into the knee and tighten up that triangle.
Well, here he is, kind of almost in a north-south position, looks like.
Now, that aggressive nature that I'm seeing out of Luke Sanders is impressive. He's throwing shots from every single position. He's doing a great job getting back to his feet and continuing to throw shots. I mean, you look at...
He's making this takedown hard.
Oh, you know what?
And he's ending up on top.
That pressure, he just drove through and kind of pushed Hamlin over and still throwing shots from inside the guard.
Beautiful hammer fist. He is making that guard game uncomfortable.
No, Luke Sanders is doing a great job of being aggressive and accurate at the same time.
He's doing a great job trying to climb over the legs, staying, like I said, active. This is a very active top game that we're seeing.
Absolutely.
not necessarily submissions, but punches.
No, yeah, he's staying. He's earning points. He's definitely earning points for the judges because he's in a dominant position. Because the guard is not necessarily a submissive position.
No,
you're not dominant because you pull guard. You're only dominant if you can do something when you pull guard.
Yes.
And Luke is definitely keeping that from happening.
Yes, and he's the one being the aggressor. He's the one landing those heavy blows.
Absolutely.
Controlling the fight with 10 seconds left in the round.
Absolutely. And good attempt at passing that leg and trying to get that half mount position, and he is just dropping those hammer fists. And there you go. We're going to see round number 2 of this fight, and that, I will tell you right now, that has been the most exciting first round of a more than first round fight. I'm going to say it that way because there's some fights that ended in the first round that were pretty dang exciting. But, you know, that one going the distance with that much aggression, that was an exciting first round.
Well, I'm taking a look at both corners, and it almost looks like that Luke, at the end of the day, he's the one with the better gas tank right now. I mean, he was the one on top throwing blows. But kind of look at, I mean, Derek was on bottom working and working and working.
Yeah, Derek was working, but, man, Luke was just making everything that Derek tried to do
difficult.
Well, and pointless. Honestly, without sounding disrespectful to Derek Hamlin, because he was working, he was trying to stay intelligent, but every time that he would start transitioning or climbing up and moving for a submission, those shots that Luke was throwing so repetitively, they were making Derek mess up. They were making him kind of forget, like going the opposite direction with the triangle choke. Like you said, I guarantee he's done that hundreds of times in the gym, and he knows how to do it. But when you're getting hit that much, it does mess with your brain. It kind of stops you from being able to critically work your way through things.
Well, and it comes out and it's like no punches thrown. Let's just clinch up.
Let's go right back to the grapple.
Yeah, we can go back to it. Nice knees.
A great job. Right there, Hamlin kind of went to go for that ankle pick, and the pressure that Luke Sanders put on him just put him right to the ground and right back to what we were seeing at the end of the first round.
Oop. Grabbing his neck.
Luke put a lot of pressure on Derek Hamlin right now.
Well, it was like, here, if you want to grapple, I'll grapple with you. And then he landed a nice knee or so, and he ended up backwards.
Right. Well, and now you've got Hamlin going for that leg and trying to suck him out, and you're going to see Hamlin try and I would expect to see Hamlin try and go knee on belly here.
Secure this position a bit better. Yeah, he's trying to control that wrist.
And Luke's able to get that knee down and stand himself right back up. And you can see
his levels.
You can see Jeremy yelling at Derek what he needs to do, and when he told him to change levels, he did it. Suck those legs out. Great takedown by Derek Hamlin.
Well, and he is right there in that corner right now. He can hear exactly what Jeremy's telling him to do.
Yes. Yeah. And stretching that leg out. Watch for him to kind of get that right leg underneath and go for that shoulder lock right there.
Yes, yes. I could definitely see it. Or that
the way that he was in that sit out,
like.
he tried going for that shoulder lock, and now he's going to go for a pass. It stopped about halfway through. Luke's able to stop it up and get him in the half guard or prevent Derek from getting to the full mount, put him in a half mount position.
Well, and I keep glancing over there, and Jeremy is very, very active right now in the corner.
Oh, no, Jeremy's an active coach. You know, like he doesn't let his guys just work their way through things. He is seeing things, and he's telling them what to do. But right now, I don't know if he's effectively going to be able to tell Derek what to do where Derek's listening to every single step of the way, because Luke is making it very difficult for that to happen.
Yes, yes. And again, it is early on. It's not like these guys got a ton of experience here.
No, but Derek did a great job right there of kind of flopping that leg over and hooking it under so that he could get that full mount. So great job by Derek Hamlin. Luke trying for the bump and roll right there.
Yes.
I like how flat Hamlin is in this mount position.
I like that shoulder pressure.
I would like to see him sit up and start earning some points right now.
Yes.
Because, you know, the round is almost over. I'd like to see him sit up and start punching. But at the same time, he is ending the fight in ending the round in a dominant position with complete control right now.
And there we go.
I think if it hadn't been for
that,
I think if it hadn't been for that 10-second warning, you would have seen Tyler stand him up, because while he was mounted, he was not actively working for anything.
Oh, well, and I think you saw why.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw as soon as that.
No, yeah, he's tired. He's been having to earn. Both of these guys have earned every single victory that they've gotten so far in this fight, and they've all been incremental victories. But they've been working for each of them. Hamblin with getting that mount. Sanders with stopping some of those takedowns and just throwing all of those shots in there. Like, this has been a great fight back and forth.
Very, very taxing fight.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, it's a grueling fight for both of them. You can see them in the corners, both of them just kind of, trying to regain their breath, regain their.
Like, where is my wind and where can I find it and how much is it going to cost me?
See, there we go. Trying your best to listen, get a little bit of water in you.
Yeah.
Get back out there.
A lot of people watch this at home thinking, I could get in there and I can do that, no problem. These guys are wusses. Whatever. No, they've just been fighting for 6 minutes, and they've been fighting their guts out for 6 minutes. I don't like doing things that I enjoy for 6 minutes. I like standing for 6 minutes on, let alone fighting and putting everything out there. Every single one of their muscles, their lungs, their heart, everything has been moving as much as it can be right now, and these guys are drained, and it shows.
Well, Derek Hamlin looks a bit more fatigued, but he did trying to get his takedown. See if he can get it.
Well, and he did the right thing putting him against the cage, too. And
right there by Jeremy again.
Luke's doing a good job of putting that pressure, but you don't see those shots coming off of Luke like you did in the first and second round.
No, not nearly.
First and second round in this position, you got Luke throwing continuous punches to those ribs, which, as you can see, have done some damage to at least the skin of Derek Hamlin.
He painted him a little bit.
Yeah. Yep, great transition, good job. He's got his back, and he's got this choke, and there's the tap, ladies and gentlemen.
That was fatigue.
Yeah. Luke Sanders beautifully scrambled around, took the back, and I don't think that Derek had the energy in the tank to defend that choke.
Well, he's laying down, and Dr. Ali there talking to him. Yeah, I see him right now answering He's coherent. He's just exhausted.
Yeah, and great job, Luke Sanders. You set that up perfectly. That was a beautiful finish to what's been an exciting fight tonight.
Beautiful, beautiful fight. High energy. Way to stay in the fight. I mean, that guy comes after you and just keeps going.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I'm excited to see where this guy goes, and both of them. I'm excited to see Hamblin get back in here, do it again, and try and, even out that record. And I'm excited to see what Luke Sanders does coming off of this win next time he gets in the cage.
Agreed.
All right, let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
All righty.
Come on, you guys, make some noise. Talking to my friends at Urban Pawn, they were paying attention to that one. It's definitely in the running. All right, let's make it official. Gentlemen, I need both fighters to the center of the ring. See if we can get both these guys up here into the middle. Do me a favor, make some noise for both these warriors. Your winner, 45 seconds in a round at number 3, tap out, did a rear naked choke. Out of the black corner, Luke Sanders.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Luke Sanders. Dude, that was a phenomenal fight. You were throwing punches from everywhere. How are you feeling right now?
Motherfucking amazing, let's go!
I think he's excited. Hey, did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
Man, that motherfucker's tough, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But we did this shit, yeah!
Man, you got a lot of energy for someone that just went 3 rounds. I can't believe it. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yes, of course. I want to thank my God, my higher power, first and foremost. Second of all, my daddy's my biggest supporter, whether he knows it or not. Louisiana, I love you. Houston, I love you. Salt Lake City, maybe to a man, oh, baby, what's up?
Are you going to come back and do this again?
Hell yeah, me and John Henderson gonna do this shit again, baby. Let's do it.
All right, man. Everyone give it up for your winner, Luke Sanders.
Luke, I got tired watching you work, man. I got to sit down after that one. Luke coming out as his amateur debut. What do you think? Is he in the running for Fight of the Night? Remember, if you get that silver bar, Luke, I am your father. That's all you need to know. Holy smokes, man, it's getting better and better. I got to give a shout out to this lovely lady in the pink sweater. Amanda, I'm talking about you. Amanda Lynn Sports Photography. This lady is working her tail off, and she gets killer pictures. She's got them on Facebook. She's got them for sale. So take pictures of you and your crew at the table. Amanda Lynn working hard for us at SteelFist. Thank you, ma'am. She hates when I do that. Fight number 9, Wayne Brown is so cool, he's giving you a twofer. Wayne Brown and Extreme Fire Protection, back to back, Wayne. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Extreme Fire Protection, you want to deal with the right people, you deal with people you trust, you deal with people you like. Call my buddy Wayne Brown at Extreme Fire Protection. He will take good care of you. Thanks, Coach. He is supporting the fight number 9. I got another amateur bout lined up for you. They just keep getting better and better tonight. 3 3-minute rounds coming your way. Fighting first out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 133.5 pounds with a current record of 1-3. Doing it for Beaver, Utah MMA. Let's hear it for Hector Martinez.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage, we have Hector Martinez. This man is 20 years old, standing 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 133.5 pounds, with a record of 1-3-0, training out of Team Beaver, Utah. What do we know about him? What do we know about his gym?
I don't know much about Beaver, Utah, but I know that he came out there with a little rabbit in him. It looks like he's ready to go.
Oh, absolutely. And he is coming off of a win in his last fight with Daniel Martinez. He won with rear naked choke in the 3rd round. Before that, he did come in off of a string of losses, but against some pretty tough amateurs in that weight division. I mean, his first loss was against Ben McNeil. It went all 3 rounds to a decision. In fact, most of his fights have gone to a decision. So, you know, it's definitely not someone that's not skilled, not talented. He's gone in and he's gone the distance with some pretty tough guys, and just didn't come out on the side of getting his hand raised. I'm excited to see what he does tonight, coming in off of a victory.
Yeah, me too. And I mean, Daniel Martinez, I know him. He's a tough kid. He likes to throw hands. So I mean, my guess is kind of they were throwing hands, and this kid right here's got a little bit of grappling in him.
Absolutely.
All right, and his opponent tonight, fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 134 pounds with a current record of 1-2. Doing it for Agima, let's hear it for Gage Street.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Gage Street walking out right now. He stands 5 foot 8 inches tall, weighed in at 134 pounds. He has a record of 1-2. He is fighting out of Team Agima. What do we know about Agima?
Well, Agima is another one of those gyms. They've kind of been around for a little while. I believe they've got
Dave.
Yep.
Dave Aristobal.
Dave Aristobal.
Yes.
I screw up Dave's name so much on this last name that I try not to say it because I am terrified of that man. So Dane is their head coach, correct?
Yes. They got Court McGee over there as well.
Court McGee is one of their coaches. So Court McGee from UFC, very terrifying man of his own right. So they've got a lot of good guys that train out there that they're also fight actively too. There's quite a few of them. So they've got a pretty good staple of people to train with before getting into the gym here, or into the cage here. Now Gage Street is, I'm not able to see who his victory was against, but I know he did have a couple of losses. I know his last loss was on John Smith, but again, he's one of those guys, he can go all 3 rounds. He's getting the training, he's got the ability to go the distance, he just hasn't come up on the the winning side of those forays every single time. So
well, let's see what he can do here. I mean, I saw him walking in. I was kind of sitting up, and he came in. He had his big boots on, and honestly started reminding me of Thug Nasty when he was walking in.
Yeah, what's great, the music matches, but the tattoos throw you off.
yes. But hey, looks like these guys out here to throw down.
No, I'm excited for this one. This should be a fun fight to watch. Both of them have some wrestling ability. Both of them are scrappers. So
Yes.
this one is another one that, again, it matches up on paper really well.
Yeah, this one should be a fun one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Gage is a little bit taller. He's got 4 inches on his opponent, but is that really going to matter? It's one of those things, unless they're doing a boxing match, that reach advantage doesn't matter as much in the MMA side.
No. And it looks to me as though we got Hector just wanting to get a takedown.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of guess that when they're from those rural areas like Beaver, Utah, he probably has some wrestling background before ever getting into the MMA gym.
Well, and that's what it's looking. Looks like he's a little tough kid that's ready to get out there and throw hands, but also might want to get this to the ground. Nice little feints. Try to see if we can get a reaction out of Hector.
Oh,
See?
Hector
Yep.
drops the knee, fakes a shot. And doing it from that distance is a good way to kind of see what your opponent's reaction is going to be if you do shoot in.
Yeah. I mean, well, and you saw him even when he first came out, he started going down there.
Yeah, for the handshake.
Yes. And he started early to say, okay, what's this guy going to do? Trying to close some distance.
And again, Gage is 4 inches taller, so that does make a difference in a striking game.
And Gage is doing a good job trying to keep his distance and land. He's throwing little feints left and right.
And when he does throw his combos in his exchange, he did a great job. He threw a little flurry and then came right back out, circled around. He didn't overcommit to anything.
No,
he's not just throwing that big right hand.
He's using his angles well, and I mean, right there, he's all over that takedown, all over that shot. See if he can make him pay for doing it.
Did a great job getting those double unders in, but as soon as he freed out that left hand, using it, striking, throwing him from the outside.
You know, I'd like to see him use his knees
Hector
here.
ain't letting go of that hand, though.
No.
Oh,
Well,
nice uppercut left hook combo by Hector.
Hector wants to get this to the ground.
Yeah, I thought that until he threw that little combo.
Hey, he's got to keep him honest, man. He's still got hands. I mean, that's how he's going to get him to the ground. Throw his hands, get him thinking up, go back down.
Right. Ooh. Hector came in nice on the inside there.
He did. Good timing on that one. He's got double unders.
And this is where you start watching for him to either sacrifice and do the lateral drop to his left side, or you watch him let go with that right hand and grab that ankle and start pulling it out.
He's going to try to suck that leg out.
Let's give him a little pressure with the whizzer and get the underhook.
See him drag. I'm expecting to see him come to the outside and try and drag him forward, but Gage is doing a great job of keeping those hips under him.
He has him switch to a single leg. Can get a guillotine. He's got the neck.
It's like,
He's got the chin. Trying to take
did a
his
good
back.
job.
Good job.
Hector's
to the
doing a great
side.
job sticking to that takedown, though. He's got that leg in
I'd like to see a crossface right now.
from Gage.
Yes.
Yeah. Crossface and stand up.
Yes.
Push those hips away.
Yep.
But, I mean, Hector's staying really tight, and he's keeping his head low, so it does make it difficult for Gage to get his
hard
arm
to
in
get
there.
I mean, it looks like he's got that left arm all the way up in his forehead.
Yeah.
Kind of protecting his face almost.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Gage did a great job staying active.
Yes,
When he was in that position, he stuffed the takedown. He was able to prevent going down to the ground in a way that he didn't choose to. You know, that's the best way I'll say that. But the fact that he was able to stay busy while he was on top, throw those punches, and work those strikes while he was in that position, I think that may have been the key to the judges.
Yes.
It's really hard with these kind of rounds where it's actually evenly matched. No one really got the advantage of anyone in that round.
No, it's almost the appearance of some of that.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. So what looked like they did more, and I think that the fact
Gage's
that Gage threw more shots,
is to do more. I mean, Hector did a great job blocking him. He did a great job having his hands up. I mean,
he even landed that
some of his
really
own-
clean
yeah,
combo off of his back when he was against the cage. But you look over at what Gage was doing, Gage was throwing big shots, and in the judges' eyes, were those shots that Gage was throwing and those combos that Gage was throwing, is that the reason that Hector went for the takedown in the first place?
Well, and he was throwing hands, stepping off at an angle.
Yes.
I mean, he was doing a lot of things correctly. So was Hector.
Yeah.
So was Hector.
If I'm to guess, and the way that things tend to happen between the way I see a fight and the way judges see a fight, I think that I would guess that Gage won that round.
Agreed.
But you never know. You do know at the end of the fight if it goes to the decision.
That is true. We don't know what they're scoring right now in this moment.
Right. But you got to be confident if you're Gage coming into the second round, knowing that you were able to stuff those takedowns and stay active and stay dominant at the end of the fight when those takedown attempts came.
Hey, nice shot from distance.
No, great shot, but again, Gage did a great job sprawling and getting right back up to his feet.
And it's just going to get more difficult as the fight goes on to get these takedowns.
Yes.
You're going to get more fatigued, and
You're
we're going to get more
slower.
sweaty.
You're going to get slower, too.
And we're going to get sweaty.
Yes.
It's going to get slippery. I mean, I can't see it on either of them too much right now. But
no, both of these guys are putting enough effort in at the gym that they're not dying right now in the cage.
No. They're pacing themselves well.
They both got really good cardio. You know that they put in the work. So, yeah, I think that this is one that you might see them sweating in the third round. But right now, no, they both look pretty comfortable.
We see, I mean, Hector's definitely going for that takedown pretty heavy.
He is, but Gage is doing such a great job of stopping that takedown. His takedown defense is really impressive in this fight.
It's great. I mean, he's dealing with a very grappling heavy fighter that really wants to take you down. He was willing to sit in this position, take some shots to the ribs, take some shots to the head, because he feels he's going to secure this takedown. Well, that's the best path for victory.
Yes, yeah. And look,
Nice
look what Gage is doing, grabbing that
ankle
and driving forward, turns it into his takedown instead of it being Hector's, landing some big shots right now
big
from
body shots.
that very awkward north-south mount.
And those hurt. See his elbow coming down?
Yep. Start hitting those floating ribs, and it's on the right side. That's where the liver hides too, so those have a lot more impact than you might think.
Yes. I mean, that stuff, it starts wearing it. A couple of them, next thing you know, it's sharper pain.
Yeah, well, body shots come to play in the third round.
Yes. I would say they pay you back.
Yes.
Everyone likes like a rebate or someone to pay you back. Well,
yeah, right. You get your rebate in the third round when your opponent can't breathe.
Exactly.
Great transition by Gage. Getting that top position and the way that he's scrambling right now and maintaining a top position, he's doing a great job.
See how he's maintaining that foot control?
Yeah, he's holding on to the foot so that Hector can't transition underneath him and turn out. Now watch him go for that arm lock.
Yep.
Start watching for the T-wrap. He's going to try and fish that right hand underneath the elbow and come across the top.
That's what it looks like.
Yep, right there. You got the T-wrap.
Got it.
He's got 10 seconds left. Let's see if he's able to do anything with it. Nope. But he's still in a dominant position, and he's definitely winning points in this round.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely winning this round.
That was an illegal up kick. They're on the ground. He's on the ground. And he kicked
I was going to say, if you don't know what Ryan's talking about, so they're amateurs.
Yes.
So you can kick to the head of your opponent now in Utah, which is new-ish. It's relatively new in Utah. Before, the only thing that could strike the head of your opponent was your hands. Now you can head kick, but a grounded fighter cannot be kicked in the head. That is targeting, and that is an illegal strike. That's just like kicking someone in the no-no button.
Yes.
You can't do that.
And I mean, he didn't mean to do anything illegal. You're in the moment.
It's a scramble.
It's at the scramble, the right end of the round.
Which is why you didn't see Tyler saying anything to him in the fight. He just said something in one corner. Now he's checking on the other one. He might say something to Hector about it, but honestly, like you said, it was at the end of the round and it was in the middle of a scramble. Don't think it was, I'm targeting your face, but I'm kicking my feet upwards.
I don't think it was malicious by any means.
Absolutely. I agree. And looking at the screen right there, they're showing that replay of one of the takedowns that got stuffed by Gage. Gage Street's doing a great job of keeping this fight where he wants it. All right. Now this is that round where you see if those body shots to the liver of Hector really had taken their toll or not.
Well, you've seen Hector try to time these strikes to shoot in. It looks like that's what he's doing right now. Circling, waiting for some sort of strike or some sort of entry point.
Yes.
Gage, and then he's going to change levels and go back for that double that he's been going for all day.
You know, and it's surprising, you know, one of the things that we like to teach our fighters is always that if you have an opponent that is more erect like Gage is, where he's standing a little bit more straight up and down, shoot in low under those jabs. And that's where it's so surprising with Hector with Gage, how well he's able to stop those shots from Hector. Usually when a fighter stands as straight or as erect as you see Gage in his natural boxing stance,
he gets taken down.
Yes, but Gage's reaction time is so good that he's not been, he hasn't really had anything to capitalize on.
No, and he's doing a good job. Even when he gets the leg, he's doing a good job. He's doing all the right things, scrolling
he's
out.
making himself heavy in the right ways.
He's trying to get him to fight him. Like, come on, man, fight me. But as you can see,
you watched him throw those 2 jabs and then backpedal with that.
Well, that's what Hector wants. Hector wants that shot, and it's obvious, you know, what we got going on. We get that striking battle versus can I get to my clinch or can I get you on your back?
Exactly.
And Gage is doing a great job doing everything he needs to do from his perspective to not allow that to happen.
Yes.
Nice left hand from Hector.
Yes.
Looks like his shoulders hurt. I saw him holding that right shoulder as we were coming out of the round. Didn't say anything about it.
And that's the shoulder that Gage was going for on that T-wrap when he was crossbody trying to work that shoulder lock. He wasn't able to secure it, but you know,
see, there he goes
that
again.
movement of trying to fight that shoulder lock attempt could have tweaked something.
Well, and you see him, that's like the second time, even aside from when I saw him go, there it is again.
Yeah.
He's given that tell now. The fight will be stopped if he keeps doing that. I'm looking at
Tyler.
Tyler's looking at him up and down right now. Probably trying to give him some chance to fight if he really wants to. But if he keeps making that thing, he doesn't want to be there.
Gage kind of controlling that ref's position right now.
Yep.
Got that leg hooked, so it's going to make it really difficult for Hector to roll through or try and get out of.
And he's trying to get to that back. You're hearing that 10-second click.
All right, now this one I think is going to go to the
It looks
judges
like it's
again.
going the distance.
You know, I don't think he's got enough time to secure a choke. There you go. So this thing's going to go to the decision. It's going to be up to the judges. Obviously, you and I are not judges, but if you had to gauge what you just saw, what do you think happened in that fight? What do you think the judges are saying?
You just told me. I think Gage won.
Oh, you caught that?
Yes. I think Gage won. I think Gage was able to implement Gage's game plan. Did a great job stuffing the takedowns. He did a great job with the striking. Did everything they needed to do. And I think just Hector wasn't able to get him to the ground.
Right. Well, I'm looking over at the other corner there, and the doc is trying to look at the shoulder of Hector Martinez. Hector's corner was trying to pop it back in, so I think there might be a separation going on right now with Hector's shoulder. The doc's checking it out right now. A little bit better than having your corner just kind of rip on it. You've got a medical professional in there making sure that it's in place and that it moves around the way that it's supposed to. Hopefully Hector's going to be okay. Hopefully that's not an injury that's going to follow him around too long and he can get back in here and do this again. Let's take it to the cage and find out who won this fight.
Figured out. We will have the scores tallied up. Talk to your neighbors. What'd you think? All right, I got both fighters to the center of the ring. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for both these fighters. Making the judges work tonight, Bridget Morrow with a score of 30-27. Dennis McMahon with a score of 30-27. Jeff Dutcher with a score of 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the black corner, Gage Street.
Gage, let me get you over here. Beautiful performance, beautiful performance. Is that what you were expecting, a very kind of grappling heavy approach on his side?
Yeah, that's what we expected, yeah. so I thought I'd keep him at distance with my striking.
You did a great job at that. You kept him right at range. You were using your angles. Beautiful performance on how to stop someone trying to take you down. Hey, so are we going to see you back in this cage?
Not for a while, but yeah, here probably at the first of the year next year.
All righty. Well, is there anybody, any family, friends, Jim, that you want to thank?
I want to thank Agima Jiu-Jitsu, my coaches Olsen and Dane, and then my boy, he's sitting up there. This is his first fight he's come to. I'm glad he was here.
Well, beautiful. Hey, he did great. Your dad did great. All right, everybody, let me get a big round of applause for Gage Street.
Now's the hard part, Gage. We got to take a bunch of pictures. Walking out of here, 2 wins under his belt with a new record of 2-2. Your winner tonight, Gage Street. One more with the Bud Girls, and we'll let you go hang out with your boy. All right, congratulations, Gage. You guys ready for fight number 10? Don't be fading on me yet. We got some more to go. Fight number 10 brought to you by that Legacy crew. Sponsor with SteelFist, and they are gonna be busy. They will come to you and give you a free roof inspection. If you've got water in your house today, you wanna give them a call. Northern Utah's best commercial and residential roofing. Make sure you contact a Legacy Roofing. They are hooking you up with fight number 10, an amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 136 pounds, with a current record of 1-2, doing it for Team Lionheart, Idaho. Make some noise for John Smith.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got John Smith. Now, John is 28 years old, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in 135 pounds with a record of 1-2-0, representing Lionheart, Idaho. What do we know about this guy?
We know that he's fought down here a couple times for us. I mean, this guy is one of that Lionheart crew. They're up there in Blackfoot, Idaho.
Yeah.
They got Luis Cortez right there.
Yes, the Mexican Hulk.
Yes, exactly. A bunch of guys up there, Aaron Jennings, Daniel Martinez, as I was talking about earlier. They're just a scrappy crew.
Yes.
So, I mean, they're going to come down here. If I remember correctly, I think I commentated one of his last fights, and he looked really good.
Yeah, you know, his last fight was actually against Jacob Banuelos, Jake the Snake, that fought earlier tonight, where he got the loss, and it was a guillotine choke in the first round. And it was off of, he got caught with a big hand from Jake, and then Jake followed up with a guillotine once he kind of tumbled him over a little bit. But his win was his first fight here with SteelFist, which was technically his second fight, but we don't count the other one because I didn't see it, was against Gage Street, the guy that actually just got the win in the last fight. So he's got a win on a pretty game opponent and a loss against a pretty game opponent. So, you know, I'm excited to see what he looks like tonight.
Me too.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 134.5 pounds, making his amateur debut with SteelFist Fight Night, doing it for the Pit SLC. Let's hear it for Kevin Guo.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kevin Guo walking out right now. He stands 5 foot 7 inches tall. He weighed in at 134.5 pounds. This guy has a record of 0-0-0. What does that mean?
One of those O's has got to go.
And he is from the Pit SLC. What do we know about
Well,
that?
the Pit SLC, you've got head coach Ramsey Najim out there putting on the Vaseline right now. If you don't know who Ramsey Najim is, obviously you haven't been watching UFC.
No, you haven't.
And probably the last, 6 years or so, 7 years. He's been in the game for a while. A very high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and MMA competitor.
Yes.
And, just a great gym with great coaches, with a great group of guys that are out there training. So a good staple of fighters to work with.
Well, and Kevin looks like he's in great shape out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, he does look like he's in great shape, and you know he's getting in some great training and some great sessions working with those guys and getting the sparring and everything in to get ready for this fight. So when we talked earlier about how SteelFist makes matchups that look great on paper, just because we've got a fighter that's got 3 fights versus a guy that's got 0, that is not a that's not a mismatch on paper, because while Kevin might not have any fights yet, he's definitely training with a good group of people that make it so that he's on par with whatever he's stepping in the cage with.
Exactly. So, these guys are at equal competition, going out there, going to test each other's skill and see who wins.
Yep, and Dave Sully said brings these guys to the center of the cage and gives them some last-minute instructions like we talked about, back of the neck, back of the head, and then make it a clean fight, and now we're going to see some action.
Sounds good to me. Both intent, both ready to go.
Nice touch of the gloves.
Nice
I really
by Kevin.
I was going to say, I really like how Kevin came in right to the center there, ready to go.
Well, John's right at it, trying to get that takedown. All of that single leg, switching to a double.
Kevin's doing a great job defending against this takedown. John's got that leg in, he's got it nice and high, and he's doing a great job. But man, Kevin is really defending this thing.
He is.
Wow, even the little spin move right there that you saw John do, changing the angle.
But he stuck with it. He got the trip.
Well, he had to switch it up. He went in for the body lock instead of going for the leg.
I love how we stay on top of it.
I like how he transitioned.
The tenacity.
Yes, and he transitioned from, all right, the single leg isn't working, let's change the angle, and got him with that body lock.
Great move from John. Great determination. Now let's see what he can do from this position. Because, Kevin's no slouch. You can definitely see that. Look, he's getting right back to his feet right now.
Kevin's doing a great job scrambling, gets on his feet, and starts landing some big hands.
This is a great fight, ladies and gentlemen.
This is outstanding. And obviously, John didn't like those shots. Kevin wasn't controlling enough right there when he was in that top position. He wanted to just punch in the face, which is it's a good tactic.
Yeah, hey.
Unfortunately,
it's kind of fun.
Yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't a good enough tactic to keep John from standing up. And then immediately John went and put him against the cage, and right now you're seeing a nice grappling match on their feet on cage control.
Beautiful knee by John. Looks like he's trying to get back to that single, but again, Kevin is no slouch.
Nice. Several knees to the midsection. Oh, then Kevin throws one right back.
Hearing the coaches in John's corner telling him to breathe, relax.
Ooh, nice strike off of the breakup.
It does not deter Kevin. Kevin steps forward.
Now Kevin's looking very intent on moving forward with those. And I like the way he's coming in. He's throwing the leg kicks. He's throwing those jabs. He's moving in methodically.
Well, it looks like that's kind of his style. Forward.
Ooh, nice jab.
Those jabs have been working nice all night long.
Well, they're clean. They're right down the middle. And they're effective.
But John's doing enough to change the distance. Right now, he's staying in the striking range. He's getting cracked a little bit. Prior to that, he'd been pushing that pace.
Ooh, nice counter by Kevin, landing off of the barely a miss from John Smith, and Kevin just countered with that nice cross there.
You hear the 10-second click. Round about
Dave
over.
is ready to stand there. Dave's right there waiting to put that hand in between these guys. All right, Ryan, you keep asking me what I think of these fights, man. What are you thinking right now at the end of that first round? Who do you think won that round?
That's a very tough round. You're giving me a tough one here now.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the show is tough rounds to judge, right? We want to see fights that are entertaining and that are showcasing everybody's skill set.
So you're saying I'm being a baby.
Yeah, quit complaining.
Okay. Fine. So I would honestly say I would give the round to John because we did get some of that takedown and some control more on the ground.
Okay.
Other than that, I do think Kevin had some great striking.
Yes.
If you took that takedown out of the way, and if it was just Kevin seemed to be coming on and striking more later.
Right. Well, I think that Kevin forced that takedown. I think Kevin started landing some strikes, and it caused John to really quickly go for that takedown attempt. And I think that Kevin scrambling up and then ending that scramble in a dominant position, landing strikes. And then once they were both on their feet, when you look at how the round just kind of continued to develop, I think that Kevin did enough to win that fight, or win that round. But again, you know, the thing when it comes to judges, one, we don't always see eye to eye with the judges. And just like with this one, we didn't see eye to eye with this round.
Exactly.
So,
nice
exchange.
Closing
Great
that distance.
exchange, and as John was closing that distance, throwing the shots, you had Kevin firing right back.
Exactly. I mean,
nice right by Kevin.
Kevin looks really good.
Ooh, Kevin's hands are very impressive. He's countering on John's shots progressively.
He's very clean.
John throws that right uppercut. Kevin lands a left hook. It's impressive, the counter punching and just the clean striking that we're seeing out of Kevin Go right now.
And again, the patience that he has.
Yes.
I mean, we talked about some of the nervous energy that we would see in some of the earlier fights. And this is a little bit different again.
Nice slip. Kevin landed another left.
He too has no fights, but you're seeing a lot different of a demeanor.
Big right hand by Kevin Go. And Dave's not going to stop this. John does not have a mouthpiece, and that big right knocked the mouthpiece out of John Smith. And Dave said he's going to wait till there's a lull in the action to break them up. He's not going to get in the middle of this exchange right now.
He almost did for a second.
And as soon as he's about to do it, you see Kevin land a shot, and he's like, nope, I'm going to wait. You got to give the fighters an opportunity to fight.
Well, and that's what he's doing. He's waiting for a kind of, like you said, a lull in the action.
Exactly.
You know, to say, okay, I'm not going to give anybody a superior or get rid of anybody's superior.
You don't want to take an advantage or give an advantage.
Yes.
And with John right now putting Kevin against the cage, obviously that takes John out of that danger zone with not having the mouthpiece. So he's not going to take away this dominant grappling against the cage right now for John either.
No. Well, and he's not complaining about it right now.
No.
If he wanted to, he could say mouthpiece, and I bet you Dave would stop it right there. Let him go ahead.
And now we're seeing a lull in the action. He's going to get that mouthpiece back in. All right. Reset.
There we go. So I got a question. Are you a water on the mouthpiece guy, or do you just put it right back in like that?
I'm a germaphobe, Ryan.
So you're a water on the mouthpiece guy.
In a fight, I would put it back in every time.
Okay.
If I have the option, it's getting Listerine, not water. But
well, I've seen people ask to get it rinsed off. And sometimes it's a tactic to get a little bit of extra time as well.
Yeah. But the referee doesn't have to give you that.
No, they do not.
Nice little exchanges again.
See, look at that. I mean, come in, strike, keeps that distance. Even as John's coming in, he maintains his distance, and he's right back out.
Nice push kick by John, and that was a great second round. Now, this is one of those fights where it has been back and forth for these guys. I think that Kevin has been the dominant fighter. This is obviously my opinion, not necessarily everybody else's. I think that Kevin has been the dominant fighter in terms of striking and shots landed.
Yes.
He's counterpunched and he's thrown off of the slip and landed more shots that have done more damage in this fight than what John has done. But at the same time, John is fighting a really good fight so far.
Yes, I mean, I give that round right there to Kevin. I mean, Kevin's got superior striking, it looks like.
Yes.
He's very clean, very advanced. He's looking great.
Yes.
I mean, even right there in the corner, you saw him looking nice.
He still looks composed going into the third round, yes.
I mean, still has his breath underneath him, just listening to Ramsey.
That replay right there, that's what I'm talking about, where John pushes in on that push kick with that front leg, and you've got Kevin landing one right there. You got John throwing that kick, and then you got Kevin coming across with a right hook. I mean, those shots that Kevin is throwing have just been very impressive and very well timed.
Well, and he's done a very good job trying to avoid that takedown. You know, John had his best, I guess, results as he was closing that distance and putting pressure on.
Yes, or controlling against the cage.
Yes, as we step back out here into the striking battle, that's where you're starting to see Kevin start to take away and kind of take this fight off under his own course.
Absolutely. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice counter kick there.
Catch the kick, throw it aside.
You know, usually you see someone catch the kick, throw the punch. I like seeing him catch the kick, throw the kick. A little unorthodox, but I like it. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, oh yeah, look at that. See, body shot. He went to the
Body
body,
shot.
then to the head with the left hand.
Yeah, with that light hook on the left.
Beautiful.
I mean, I'm sure it didn't feel light on the face, but it wasn't with a full body mechanic left hook. He wasn't rotating through. He just kind of looped it out there after the body shot, and it landed very well.
Yes, I mean, you got him to drop the hands when he hit to the body and then came right back upstairs.
And what I'm liking out of John is, you know, Kevin throws these awesome combos or these nice push kick by John. I was going to say, you see Kevin land these combos or throw these combos, and immediately off of it, you're seeing John's throwing back too.
Well, he is.
He's not just taking anything. He's giving as much as he's getting. It's just whether or not they're landing.
John's definitely a brawler. He's definitely a fighter. I mean, he looks good. He's just going against a guy that's got some very, very good striking.
Absolutely.
I mean, very confident. I mean, John's a stud, but Kevin's looking really good.
Kevin's doing a good job slipping inside of that reach advantage that John has.
Now,
but I do like that John's doing a great job too. He's pushing out with that push kick as soon as an exchange is over to reset that distance.
Now, I would like to see Kevin do a bit more. I think John's doing a bit more this round, and Kevin hasn't done as much this round as I've seen him do in other rounds. So if I was in his corner, I would be telling him to be a bit more active.
Maybe throw more than 3-shot combos like that leg kick, right cross leg kick.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
That one was beautiful.
And again, what I'm really enjoying about these guys is they're not just kind of waiting for something. They're both moving back and forth. They're both initiating shots.
Well, they're both trying to figure out how to get in and how to land these strikes on each other.
Yes. John landing another push kick.
Yes.
10 seconds out.
And John,
nice.
Superman right hand, it looked like.
Yeah. Little different than a regular Superman punch, the way he threw it with the hook, but that was still great. He tried to close the distance and start throwing something at the end of that fight. Great way to end a fight.
Yes, yes. I mean, that was a beautiful performance. I mean, there you go. I mean, John Smith doesn't, hey, this guy did great. But
and I like that sportsmanship right there. Both of these guys had good attitudes coming into the cage. They went the distance, and they had great attitudes at the end of the fight.
Well, you can definitely see Ramsey came in with a huge smile on his face. They're pretty confident over there in that corner.
Yeah, honestly, you can't be a coach in this fight and come out upset about the way that your guy performed, because both of these guys put in a tremendous amount of heart, technique, and skill in this fight. So great job by both these guys. I think we just need to take it to the cage and find out who won.
Sounds good to me.
Another one going to the judges. We're making the judges work tonight, man. Talk about it. Who do you think got it? Was it the red corner, John Smith? Was it the black corner, Kevin Guo? Guess what? We don't care what you think. It's all what the judges saw. So thanks for playing along. We appreciate it, but we got professionals scoring it for us. And an amateur announcing it, so you never know how it's going to turn out. I have the answers to the test. Gentlemen, if we can get both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Both fighters to the center. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for both these warriors putting in the work tonight. Your score is as follows. Rich Montanez with a score of 30-27. Bridget Mora with a score of 29-28. Jeff Dutcher with a score of 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the black corner, Kevin Guo!
All right, I'm here with your winner, Kevin Guo. Dude, that was a great fight. That was your first fight ever, and you went all 3 rounds. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling good. I think there's a lot I can still work on, but that's what we're training for, right?
Absolutely, man. Did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
His takedown game was definitely better than I thought. He put in a lot of work, I can tell. But I think at the end of the day, I fell back to what I was good at, striking.
Oh, your hands look phenomenal, man. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
I wanted to thank my team, the Pit SLC, first and foremost. They really helped me through every little bit of this, my work to them. My team, they're watching Michigan. They helped me out while I was in school over there, and they helped me train as well. I just want to give them a shout out because I know they're watching. All my friends and my family. My mother's not here, but I know she's supporting me no matter what.
Outstanding, man. Are you going to come back and do this for us again?
Of course. Anytime out of school, if I'm training, hit me up. I'm here.
All right, man. Well, we can't wait to see you come back and do this again. Everyone give it up for your winner, Kevin Guo!
Where's Team Kevin at? Make some noise. Big shout out to Michigan, watching it on Blitz TV. Your man took care of business tonight. Congratulations. Kevin, you're undefeated. 1-0. Your winner, Kevin Guo. Hey, Otticelli, your husband ratted you out. Happy birthday. We're all going to sing. Are you ready? 1, 2, all right. Fine, be that way. Let's get back to business, shall we? You ready for fight number 11? You know, these guys thought it was a good idea when they said, we got this big silver bar for fight of the night. Then they realized they got to pay attention to every fight. And that's a tough call. So fight number 11 is brought to you by my friends over at Urban Pawn and Jewelry. Make sure you check out their stuff, 4791 South State Street. They are hooking up fight of the night tonight. A big old silver bar. They're going to bring you fight number 11, another amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 144.5 pounds, with a current record of 0-1, doing it for UCTC. Let's hear it for Kawhi Thompson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we got Kawhi Thompson. This man's 23 years old, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 144.5 pounds, with a record of 0-1, representing team UCTC. What do we know about this guy, Ryan?
Well, we know this guy, as you can see, has quite the fan club. Comes out here to throw down, and you know a bit more about UCTC than I do. The Stidham brothers over there.
Only a little bit from back in the day.
Exactly.
You know, you've got Pua style boxing. You've got Mike Stidham, Ultimate Combat Experience back in the day, the godfather of Utah MMA. You've got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You've got Muay Thai. You've got a bit of everything over there, and this great staple of guys. I'm looking for him. Yeah, there he is, the beautiful guy in the corner with the nice little mustache and the beanie on. That would be Nicholas Studham over there in the corner. You know he's getting a lot of work, a lot of technical work, especially on the stand-up game. I'm excited to see what his opponent looks like.
All right, and his opponent tonight, fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 142.5 pounds, with a current record of 2-1. Doing it for Cache Valley MMA. Let's hear it for Andrew Heaton.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Andrew Heaton coming out right now. He stands 5'11" tall, weighted at 142.5 pounds. He is coming in here to us with a record of 2-1. He's coming out of Team Cash Valley. We talked about them a little bit earlier. What do we know about them?
You know, head coach Kofi Jiu-Jitsu right there, the man with the unnatural abilities and talent. So the one putting the Vaseline on him is Kofi. He's been around the game. Again, I said around 2005 is when I remember seeing him come into the Ultimate Combat Training Center.
Okay.
Way back in the day. And he's kind of gotten the opportunity to work with some greats out here. Jeremy Horn specifically being one of them, where he got to train for years. And, you know, he's the head coach out there in the Heber Valley, Logan area.
Yes.
And, again, he comes out, he puts on a great performance. His guys come out and put on a great performance. He coaches them, he trains them, and he comes out and he takes the drive all the way out here to corner them every single time.
Well, they got a couple guys out here on the card, and yes, I mean, they normally come out here ready to fight. I mean, that's been my experience in seeing these guys get out there. I don't think this one's going to be any different.
No, absolutely. Now, one thing that I could say about Andrew, he has not fought for SteelFist before. This is his first time getting in the SteelFist cage. His last fight was a loss by TKO, I believe, in the second round in Clash.
Okay.
And then he fought previously in Golden Fight and Real MMA. So it's been a while, though. His last fight was back in 2015.
That's what I was going to say. The Clash isn't around as much anymore.
No, it is not. You know, so he's been out of the game for a while, and hopefully he's been getting some really good training in since then.
He seems pretty active, at least. I mean, he looks in shape, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, absolutely. And Dave Still, you said, is our referee for this bout tonight, and he's giving some last-minute instructions. We're going to see this thing happen.
Yes, we are. Well, you can hear everyone in the crowd. You can hear Kawhi's fans. He looks like he's ready to go. Asking for some touch gloves.
Yeah, I was going to say, they just agreed on touching gloves.
Yep, there they go. Kawhi's got a lot of movement. That's good.
Nice head kick.
Good way to use his distance.
Yeah, you know what? He's got that height advantage too, so capitalize on it. But I do like the way that Kawhi kind of bounces himself in there.
Yeah, he's got great movement, great footwork.
Yeah, I mean, it's not your traditional what you tell your boxers to do when you know the step and slide. But the way that he's bouncing in and out is really effective, and it was able to close that distance really well to get Andrew against the cage.
He's got a bit of distance to cover on that reach. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, I didn't see it myself, but I can just see it standing there like the actual numbers. I didn't see what it exactly is, but I mean, just standing there, you can definitely see it.
I mean, there's a 4-inch reach advantage, a height advantage that Andrew has over Kawhi. What that equals in arm length, I don't know.
Well, these guys are still feeling each other out.
No, and the pacing's really good on this.
Yeah, they're about a minute in. Coming in, gauging each other, nice head kick.
I like those outside shots that Andrew's throwing, the head kicks, the push kick, some of those punches from outside.
Andrew's left eye's a bit red right now?
Yep, he took one in. He took one when Kawhi closed that distance. And Kawhi did a great job, too, closing that distance.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's exactly what he's looking for. He's looking for little holes like that to where he can get in there, you know, land some heavy shots, close the distance, not take as much damage, and then get back out and maybe go for a takedown.
Oop. Oh! Kawhi does a great job capitalizing on that miss from that head kick right there that Andrew just threw. And great transitions. Andrew going for, let's go, sir. Almost went for a knee bar right there.
I was watching.
Nice little exchange.
Definitely a fight. I like this one. You know, a little bit of two different styles.
Absolutely. It's one of those unorthodox matchups.
It is. I mean, you see some traditional things. You see Kawhi that's got some good movement. You either got to get in or out. Ooh, he almost ate one there, though.
Ooh, nice right hand by Kawhi.
But look, that's got him in on a takedown. Is he going to get a takedown?
And this would be a second takedown of the evening, too, if he gets it. And I think he's going to get it. Oh, those big legs of Andrew Heaton just kind of keeps that from happening.
Kawhi works for that one too. But look, I mean, here he is. He's still there. He's still dancing. I'd like to almost see a head kick out of Kawhi if he could get up there.
I mean, we'd all like to see a head kick out of Kawhi just because of the David and Goliath, reach that he would have to go up to get that. But, man, that was an exciting first round.
Definitely.
I honestly, I thought Kawhi was going to get that takedown the way that he was able to elevate Andrew up so high. And those long legs of Andrew just stopped it.
Exactly. I mean,
it was on the way down. Andrew stopped it with his leg.
Well, he stayed in there. He knew he was elevated. He knew I'm coming back down. And he just waited until he was close enough, put that foot down, stop that thing.
He didn't just, all right, I'm getting taken down, I'll go with it and work on the ground. He stayed there and waited to put his foot down. And at that angle, that honestly, I was watching it saying, ow, my knee. Yeah,
he's
watching it.
Busted up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it's cut open above the right eye.
Yeah, he's fine.
Kofi was in there starting to try and close it up without any gloves on, and his other corner's like, no, I got this.
I got it. I believe that's Cody Udy.
Yeah, I believe so. And if I'm wrong, then I'll apologize to him later.
There you go. You can do so for me as well. There we go.
Again, nice touch of the gloves.
Pace, to get this movement, it's got to have a pace for Kawhi. So I'm curious if he does slow down throughout the fight.
Coming into the second round, it doesn't look like he slowed down at all.
No, we're fine right now.
And I'd be surprised if he does slow down even in the third round.
I could see him.
It does look like this is the way he trains.
Yeah,
he trains with this. It doesn't look like nervous energy whatsoever. It just looks like this is the way that he puts it in. Nice takedown.
Good timing on the takedown. Put him right on his back. They're right in front of us.
Andrew does a great job of getting guard, grabbing the head, and standing right back up. Great.
Oh yeah, beautiful
Great scramble. Ooh, Andrew lands a nice head kick when Kawhi tried closing that distance.
And I think he's going to go for those head kicks. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, definitely use those legs.
And he's getting back to his feet when he gets taken down. He proved that to himself a second ago. Okay, I can get taken down and I can scramble right back to my feet.
Absolutely.
See, here we go. He's in a bad spot.
And I'm loving his takedown defense too, though. He's being intelligent about it with his hips.
I mean, Kawhi gets in deep. And he manages to
Kawhi is very strong.
Well, and look,
the way that he's getting those takedowns and just picking them up and kind of tossing them for that takedown attempt, a lot of that is muscle. Just straight up strength and not so much technique. He's using technique to get inside, but a lot of the finish has been with straight muscle.
He's a big 45er.
Oh, absolutely. They both are.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd be surprised if Andrew walks under 155.
Oh, I don't think he does.
No.
He's tall.
He's tall and he's physically, he's pretty built.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm pretty sure Kawhi doesn't walk at 145.
Well, and it looks like Kawhi is slowing down a little bit on the movement. Oh, he clipped him.
Right as you say that, lands a huge shot.
Yep. Now he's got that hammer fist.
Landing some big shots right now. Andrew's still in the game, and he's doing a great job trying to defend, but Kawhi is landing shot after shot right now.
Oh, yes, he is. And then he gets the takedown. He's got mount.
Full mount.
And if he keeps going, he might get a stoppage.
Right now. Watch for Dave to step in if this doesn't stop.
Dave's right there. But he's still active. He's got to intelligently defend himself.
I think Andrew's saying it's over.
Yeah, he verbally tapped. Said, I'm done.
He just ate a lot of shots to the dome. I don't blame him one bit for being out of that fight. Kawhi came in, landed some shots, and just went in like a shark in the water. Relentless until the very end. Great job, Kawhi, coming in and getting your hand raised after that the draw, the unanimous draw that you had last time. Outstanding job, Kawhi.
Beautiful. Right when I said he's slowing down, he slowed him down for good.
He didn't slow down. He sped up at the end of that fight. So let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
Sounds good.
was some fighting going on in there. Make some noise. If I can get both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Both fighters to the center of the ring. Gang, let's hear it for these warriors. Your winner, 2 minutes, 43 seconds in a round on number 2, verbal tap out due to strikes. Out of the red corner, Thompson.
Kawhi, let me get you over here. Beautiful performance out there.
Thank you. Guy kicks hard. I said F that, but I'm gonna knock him out.
Hey, you were out there, you did great. You had great footwork out there. Did anything surprise you in that fight?
I'm not used to going against southpaws because I'm the southpaw, but it is what it is.
Hey, well, that was great. Do you got plans to come back into the SteelFist cage?
Yeah, hopefully soon.
Sounds good to me. Do you got any family, fans, sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, shout out to my grandma. Kind of stepped on my shoulder last week. She got me on nutrition. She massaged me. This one's for her.
Beautiful. I love that. Well, we can't wait to see you back in this SteelFist page.
One more thing. Let's go, Brandon!
There you go, my friend. There you go. Well, everybody, let me get a big round of applause for Kawhi, the throwing Samoan, Thompson.
Walking out of here with his first win, the throwing Samoan. Urban Pawn was paying attention, man. You did some work in there. We got to get some pictures with your crew. We'll get some pictures with the Bud Girls. Your winner, the throwing Samoan, Kawhi Thompson. Amanda, hi, I caught you. Did you know you sponsored this fight? Did you know fight number 12 brought to you by the lovely Amanda Lynn Sports Photography? Make some noise, would you? She is working hard. Check out her work on Facebook. She gets killer shots. She is sponsoring fight number 12. We appreciate all the hard work Amanda Lynn does. Killer pictures on our Facebook page. She is sponsoring an amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 153 pounds with a current record of 2-2, doing it for Wyoming MMA. Let's hear it for Andrew Lundin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, wasting no time coming out here. We've got Andrew Lundin. This man is 37 years old, standing 6 foot even, weighing in at 153 pounds with a record of 2-2-0, representing Team Wyoming MMA. Ryan, what do we know about this guy?
Well, this guy, we've seen him in the SteelFist cage before. I mean, he's come out here. He's got some mixed results. I mean, he's coming out of Idaho, but if I remember correctly, he's kind of a scrapper.
Oh, very much a scrapper. The first fight for SteelFist was against Sean Hasselbaugh, which was a fun one because they were just throwing hands at each other. It was a very entertaining fight. Both of these guys came back and forth with the strikes, and he won with a verbal tap out in the second round against Sean Hasselbaugh. And then his loss here in SteelFist was against Austin Mansky. With a guillotine choke towards the beginning of the first round. So we weren't really able to see a whole lot out of him in that fight, but what we did see with him with Sean Hasselbaugh is that he is a banger. He is definitely someone that's going to get in the cage, and he's going to give as good as he gets.
Well, and Austin's a tough kid, so
absolutely.
Getting that happening with Austin, that's nothing there. I'd love to see, can't wait to see this guy get back in there tonight. I mean, my guess is he's going to be coming back out here with the Fury, trying to get a W back after taking that L to Mansky.
Yeah, and you know he's coming in against another guy, Darian Orvin, that's coming in, I believe, also off of a win as well. And let's see what he looks like real quick.
His opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 154 pounds with a current record of 1-1-1. Doing it for the pit. Let's hear it for Darian Orvin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Darian Orvin walking out right now. He stands 5 foot 11 inches tall, weighed in at 154 pounds. He has a record of 1-1-1. He is representing the pit. What do we know about those guys?
You know, obviously we know a little bit about the pit, Ramsey Najim and everybody over there. We've seen Ramsey out quite a few times tonight cornering, and I just got to say how much I love that he's coming out to the Phantom of the Opera. That is awesome. This is my all-time favorite musical. So, all right, Darian, you just won some points right there. I'm already rooting for you a little bit more in this fight. Now, he is coming in, like you said, with that picket fence of a record, you know, 1-1-1. It kind of looks like that old school wooden picket fence. And his last fight was actually where he got the draw. That was a majority draw against Thompson, who just got the win in the last fight that we watched.
Yes.
So he does have a win against Noberto Ortiz, which was a split decision victory, and then a loss against Jake Conzal, which is, again, another pretty tough fighter in this weight division. So, yeah, he's coming in with a bit of a record against some pretty good guys, and the fact that he's kind of gotten a check in each block of the game. He's got, you know, a win, he's got a loss, and he's got a unanimous, or actually, I believe it was a majority draw. So, not a unanimous draw, but a majority, which is where 2 judges think it's a draw. So the third judge that thinks someone wins doesn't really get the option to say anything. Exactly. But, you know, coming in with a good attitude, and again, coming in with a great entrance song. And looks really calm. You got Tyler Tomlinson, our referee this evening, gives some last-minute instructions. Looking at the tail of the tape, you've got about 1 inch height advantage to Andrew London. Other than that, these guys look pretty well matched up, pretty even on most of their stats.
Hey, it's been par for the course for the night.
All right, Dave bringing him in, Tyler bringing him in. I almost said Dave. My bad. Giving some last-minute instructions, again, going over the stuff they talked about in the fighter meeting, talked about the back of the head, all that, and we're about to see some action.
And they're going to come out here. I mean, both of these guys here kind of start fast, if I remember. I'm curious how they're going to do this one as they got a little bit more fights under their belt.
Well, Darian comes right to the center, controlling the center of the cage.
See,
Andrew doing a good job throwing some strikes.
Well, he's definitely in there trying to fight. I mean, I'd like to see him get his hands up a little bit more. Oh,
nice right hand by Andrew. And Andrew's looking pretty good. If I remember his not the last fight, that one we didn't see as much out of him, but his fight with Sean, Andrew's looking a lot more aggressive and looks like he's landing quite a few more shots than he did in that last fight. So he's looking good. It definitely looks like he's been working on some stuff.
Darian even agreed. Darian
absolutely
pointed to his head and said, good one.
Yep.
I mean, nice leg kick. I like to see that coming out of Darian. Darian's definitely in the fight.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, and he hurt him.
Nice combos coming off of Darian Orvin right now.
It's those right hands that come over the top.
Well, and he's landing those jabs fairly well these last few exchanges. Andrew's hands have kind of gone down low. Now he's got them back up where they should be. But when his hands were lower for an extended period of time, that's where you saw Darian kind of land those shots almost at will. Not necessarily a whole lot of them, but he was able to land them.
Yeah, well, he lands them right over top like that. And then that's kind of where the problems start to happen when we start turning our back right there with Andrew. Andrew got clipped. He's hurt.
You know,
there's that left.
What I'm liking out of both of these guys, you know, either one of them, when they get clipped or they land them, they're both kind of smiling at the other guy.
Ooh, he's done. He's saying, I'm done.
Darian lands a nice shot that puts Andrew on the ground, and this fight's over.
Looked like it was a body shot that did it.
Great job, Darian Orvin, coming in and getting the win.
Yes.
That's a great return after getting the split draw, which you never feel good about a draw because you come in, you put your heart, you put your body on the line, you go all 3 rounds, and it ends in a draw. Nobody wins. That's hard to swallow.
Very anticlimactic.
Yeah, so coming out and getting that decisive win just now, great job, Darian Orvin. Way to go. Can't wait to see what you come back with. And let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we got both fighters to the center of the ring. Let them hear it. Make some noise. Your winner, 1 minute, 36 seconds into round number 1. TKO due to body shots. Out of the black corner, the Phantom of the Opera, Darian Orvin.
Darian, let me grab you right here.
Yes, hi.
Beautiful fight, beautiful fight. But tell us about the song.
I like just walking out to weird stuff that normal people don't, like generic rap music. I don't like that, so I do usually Beethoven, but I went to Phantom of the Opera because I saw that mask. I thought it was pretty cool. So.
Well, it was a great song. My co-commentator loved the entrance, and then you came out here and performed. So tell me about that now.
Yeah, I mean, I've been performing my whole life, musical theater and all that stuff, but no, I was ready for this. I knew his skill level, I knew mine. I was ready to come in here and just kind of get comfortable with getting hit, learn a few things. In my opinion, as an amateur, winning without learning is just as bad as a loss. So I hope both me and him were able to learn a few things from each other here.
Well, beautiful, beautiful. Are we going to be able to see you back in this SteelFist cage?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Not September 30th, but the card after that. September 30th is hunting season, so.
You're a little busy, I see. Are there any family, fans, sponsors you want to thank?
Absolutely, yeah. My coaches, Sean Cross, Brian Mel, Julian Ruiz, Ramsey, Rob Eastman, the kids that I coach over at Eastman Fitness. Most men would rather be hit in the face and talk about their feelings. Over at Eastman Fitness, we do both. So if you want to come and talk about your mental health and begin to change your life, hit me or Rob Eastman up on Instagram.
Hey, that's great. It's a great message. Everybody, can I get a big round of applause for Darian Orvin? Good job, bud.
All right, we get pictures taken with everybody. Darian, congratulations, walking out of here with his 2nd win. Looking for more. Got to get the selfie. Got to let Amanda Lynn get the professional shot. Then we'll put you in with the Bud girls, and then you're done for the night. That's going to be a tough walkout to beat. Definitely the walkout of the night, in my opinion. Classing the joint up a little bit. You guys ready for lucky number 13? Come on. They don't pay overtime here, so we got to make it work. I've got 3 more fights, 13, 14, and 15. Fight number 13 brought to you by our friend Jason Jones, JSS, Jones Subwoofer Solutions, the biggest bass and the best in the audio industry. Check him out on Facebook, JSS. He brings a car out here every once in a while. He plays the radio out there. We listen to it in here. Jason Jones hooking you up with an amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 205 and a half, making his amateur debut with SteelFist Fight Night, doing it for 4-7. Let's hear it for Jordan Austin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got Jordan Holstein. Now, this man is 33 years old, standing 6 foot, 5 inches tall, weighing in at 205.5 pounds, with a perfect record of 0-0-0. So, Ryan, what do we know?
One of the most has got to go.
All right, now he is training out of Team 47. What do we know about Team 47?
A great group of guys over there.
Rad Martinez.
Rad Martinez. I think Nino's behind them.
Yeah, Nino Haynow right behind him there too.
Yeah, I mean, great group of guys down there. Very high level training.
And don't let the green arrow motif of Brian Thompson fool you. He can shoot an arrow at you. He could also punch you in the face repeatedly like a bad A. So, like you said, great group of guys. It was originally the pit elevated in Utah County. Once that gym kind of dissolved, the owner of the facility kind of shut it down to change the direction he was going with it. I believe Jason Merdlich took a big group of the guys and formed up 4-7 down in the Spanish Fork area. I'm not sure if they're still in Spanish Fork or if they're in another area in Utah County, but they're still in the Utah County area. And they've been going strong for, when did, maybe 10 years?
Yeah.
6 years?
Yeah, 10 years. I mean, a good while. A good while.
Absolutely.
Well, and so what that means is we know this guy's training with good people.
Yes, yeah, he's definitely getting in and working with a stable of fighters that are actively fighting and continuously training over the years. I believe Brian Thompson's been with him the whole time. Rad Martinez has been there since it was the pit elevated. He's been part of that group. So, yeah, you're definitely getting a great group of guys to train with out there.
Well, and Nino was back then at the pit as well, from way back then.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, they're getting a lot of guys that have been around the game for a long time training.
All right, and his opponent tonight will be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 204.5 pounds, currently undefeated with a record of 1-0, doing it for Colossal Fight Company and Cache Valley MMA. Make some noise for Shaden Olsen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Shaden Olsen coming out right now. He stands 5 foot 11 inches tall. He's 28 years old and weighed in at 204.5 pounds. What do we know about this guy?
Well, I know he loves grandma.
He does.
All right, so Shaden Olsen, 1-0. I know he's training out of, like you said, Colossal Fight Company and Cache Valley MMA. You've got the head coach of Cache Valley right now putting on the Vaseline for him. You've got Kofi Ijitsu out there. Plethora of knowledge, just like what you're getting over there at 4-7. So gym-wise, this matchup is really, really good. What I do know about Shaden, though, is his last fight was in 2021. So one of the first shows we did post-pandemic.
I remember it.
He came out and he fought against Tyler Call and won at about a minute and a half, almost 2 minute time frame against Tyler Call with strikes.
Yes.
So he's definitely got some hands. He's a really strong guy, too.
Yes. I mean, if I remember correctly, last time he came out, he looked really, really good. Tyler Call is a tough guy as well. And I remember him coming out and actually impressing me pretty heavily. So, I mean, I'm excited for this bout. I think it's going to be really good. I mean, Jordan Hostin is taking this bout, pretty quick. It's his first bout. It's a tough bout. But I think that talks about what you got going on over there at Team 4-7 as well.
Well, when you look at the pedigree.
Exactly.
He definitely matches up well on paper. He's training with some really good guys. And obviously, if he's training out at a reputable gym like 4-7, they're not going to let one of their guys take a fight that they think is disadvantageous to them. And so, obviously, they feel confident in what he's bringing to the table. So I'm excited to see this fight.
All right. Well, they are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Chomping at the bit.
Tyler Thomason is the referee for this fight this evening, giving again those last-minute instructions. And these guys are about to bang.
Yes, they are. Oh, I'm excited. As you can see, Shaden's ready to go.
Let's touch of the gloves.
Like I said, last time out, this guy looked really, really good.
Ooh, nice push kick by Shaden. Ooh.
And again, he only has one fight, Shaden does. So it is one fight against 0 fights.
And it was just over a year ago, but you know he's been at the gym. You know he's been putting in the work since then.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's looking very confident in his hands and his feet right now.
Well, and that's what I learned from last time, him looking really good. Now, again, we got Jordan that's hanging in there. I mean,
Jordan just landed that nice leg kick, kind of swooped the leg out from underneath Shaden.
And he's trying to get his timing a little bit.
Nice over the top left by Shaden when he was trying to stop that takedown.
Nice way to redirect that takedown.
And, he's got that good crucifix or half crucifix there for the crossface that he was doing to stop that takedown before. His hips are getting really heavy. I really am impressed by his wrestling right now, and that's wrestling defense right there.
Yeah,
The head
here we
control.
go. We're getting in the back. We're getting in dominant position. They got him right in front of us. Nice
big
shot.
hands. But
Jordan's saying
not up.
nope.
Jordan takes those shots and he throws right back.
Yep. He's ready to fight as well. It looks like he's trying to get that takedown again. We're securing the neck.
And Jordan's doing a great job of getting wrapped up on Shaden to get those takedowns.
Yes.
Right now, he's really going to have to work for it, change those levels. I'd like to see him start sucking the leg out or switch into that left ankle of Shaden's if he's going to really work for that takedown. But he's getting in deep, he's getting in tight, and he's really working for it.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting in there. I mean, he doesn't have the best spot right now, but at the same time, he's not giving that up. He's continuing to work.
And I like Shaden getting that forearm in and getting underneath for that head control to keep him off of him, to keep that takedown.
And then we get that reversal on the cage, the knee. Let's see him separate and kind of strike off the break. Do we have a let's go, Brandon?
Nice hands by Shaden. He's landing those big hammer fists and watch this thing to get stopped right about. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This fight is over.
There it goes, ladies and gentlemen.
Shaden Olsen with a dominant win. Soon as he was able to land that big shot off of the breakaway, puts Jordan on the ground and just starts landing strikes. Referee stoppage. What was that, about 2 minutes into the second round?
Yeah, I mean,
first round.
Shaden's looking great. I mean, honestly,
Shaden looked phenomenal tonight.
He's scary right now for people in the 205 division, I think.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
Sounds good to me.
Well, what'd you guys think of that? I'm talking to you guys. All right, let's get both fighters to the center of the cage, please. Both fighters to the center of the cage. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for both these warriors. Your winner, 2 minutes, 21 seconds into round number 1 by TKO. Out of the black corner, Shaden Olsen.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Shaden Olsen. Holy crap, dude. How are you feeling right now?
Good, and ready for a beer with the boys, whoever they are.
Did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
Jordan's a tough guy, but no, nothing. I expected to finish it on the feet, and that's what happened.
All right, man, is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Cache Valley MMA, Kofi, helped me so much with this fight camp. My striking has doubled. Lee Critchlow, Cody, Brittany, for cooking all my meals. So many other people, but I'll keep it short and sweet. Thank you, everyone, for coming out.
All right, man, are you going to come back and do this for us again?
What was that?
Are you going to come back and do this for us again?
Absolutely, I'll be back again.
Well, we can't wait to see you come back and do something else. You got something you want to say?
And all the guys at work right now, get back to work.
All right, man. Well, we can't wait to see you come back and do this again. Everyone give it up for your winner, Shaden Olsen.
Cache Valley in the house. Make some noise for your man. Undefeated at 2-0. Nice job. Congratulations, Shaden. Get your picture taken, and you are done for the night. Oh, guess what, Shaden? You're in the running for that silver bar, my friend, so pay attention. Nice work, sir. Who's ready for a co-main event? Man, you guys have been keeping it positive. You've been keeping it loud. Thank you. I appreciate that. It makes all the difference in the world. You make my job easy. Fight number 14 is your co-main event of the evening. Proudly sponsored by the folks that just gave you t-shirts, Legacy Roofing, Northern Utah's best commercial and residential roofing. Give them a call. They'll come to you and tell you what's up with your roof. They are bringing you the co-main event. It's an amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming up first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 154 pounds with a current record of 4-4. Doing it for 4-7. Make some noise for Louis Papunu.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we have Ului Pupunu. This man is 38 years old, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 154 pounds with a record of 4-4-0, training out of 4-7. What do we know about 4-7? What do we know about Ului?
Well, Ului's been around for a long, long time. Ului's got some heavy hands. I believe he's fought for the belt before already.
Yes.
And then actually he's been off for the past while. He'd been off. He went to make a comeback. That didn't happen, I believe, because COVID popped up. And then after that, he's kind of been off. I know he's been doing some self-work on himself. So I've actually been really excited for this fight. We've talked about 4-7 already. We know the pedigree's coming from. And
well, I believe his last fight when he did fight for the belt was against Lehigh Dominguez. And he actually lost in the 3rd round to strikes, but you know, he did put up a great fight up until that point. And yeah, that was 2018, so it has been quite a while since we've seen him fight.
Well, and then I know he had a fight scheduled with my son. So he was going to fight Cole for a while, and then
COVID kicked in, and
and so I believe, and he had been off for a while, so when he was going to fight Cole, it was kind of a comeback fight.
Yes.
And then COVID came. It was an indefinite, we don't know when the fight's going to be, so they kind of just called the whole thing off.
Right. So now is kind of his comeback into the MMA thing, because he was fairly active for a few years. I believe from 2014 to 2018, he averaged anywhere from 2 to 3 fights a year until his last fight in 2018.
Definitely a respectable opponent out there, coming out of a great gym. Like I said, heavy hands.
Always game to fight, too.
Yes, yeah. I mean, he's a game opponent.
Absolutely. All right, let's see what his opponent looks like.
Do me a favor, if you want to film, make sure the light is off on your phone. I'm talking to you. And anybody else, go ahead and film. Just make sure the light is off. His opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 154.5 pounds with a current record of 3-1. Another one coming down from Cache Valley MMA. Make some noise for Samuel Medell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Samuel Medell walking out right now. He stands 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighed in at 154.5 pounds, and he is 23 years old. He's fighting out of Cache Valley MMA. What do we know about these guys?
Well, we've seen Cache Valley a lot tonight. We've seen a good performance out of everybody out of Cache Valley. Even the one that did not get the win still had a hell of a performance tonight. You've got head coach Kofi Ijitsu right there putting on some Vaseline. You know these guys are getting some good training out there. Now he does have, like Dave said, he's coming in with that 3-1. He has three wins in Mountain Force, I believe. And then where did he get that loss at?
He got that loss here in his last fight, fighting for the belt. I mean, he had a great fight. He did end up on the losing side of that, but it definitely a game opponent.
But yeah, exactly. He lost against another person that has been on a tear, Cole Faust, and so
Yes, yes.
you know, definitely not a loss that you need to hang your head after. So coming back in this quick after a fight too, I believe that was 2 shows ago.
Yes, yes.
So you know, he's been in the gym, he's been working with some great guys out there, and he's coming back in to get this fight with Ului. I think this is a good matchup.
I think he competed in a grappling event as well, possibly.
Okay, so he's been obviously doing all the things he needs to do. I know he took some time off after, I believe he had a fight in 2021. His last win with Mountain Force, and he had a neck injury.
He did.
Because I believe that fight with Cole was rescheduled.
Exactly.
When that one went and happened a couple shows ago, because their first fight got canceled due to a neck injury from training, right?
Yeah, well, he had a horrible thing that he had to get taken off of his neck, like a big, I don't know exactly what it was, but something had happened pretty bad.
Right. So. Obviously, he bounced back really well. He did everything he needed to do to get back in the cage. And again, he looked great in his last fight. It just did not go the way that he wanted it to go. So tonight, he's definitely going to be looking to get that average back up.
Well, it shows you. I mean, we got both of these guys. Basically, their last fight was with Cole. Okay, early scheduled fight. Their last scheduled fight, Louis' last scheduled fight was to be with Cole as well. Kind of shows you where his level is. And then Sam's was as well. So, I mean, both of them are sitting there. They've been scheduled or gone against the champion.
Yeah, they both fought against the champ for the title. So, yeah, I'm excited for this one. Ului looks very calm, looks composed. You look over at Sam Heath bouncing around. He is ready to go. We're about to see some action.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to be Sam's a scrapper. I mean, Ului's got some heavy hands.
And he's got some good wrestling and good grappling. So, you know, he's a well-rounded fighter.
And you know, he's durable. He likes to stay in there. Nice, kind of pacing each other out.
Ooh, Louis capitalized on that kind of lackadaisical kick right there, and now you're seeing some nice exchanges out of both of these guys.
Yeah.
A little bit more whip on that leg, on that body kick right there.
Yep. Ului got caught with a left. I saw him kind of rubbing at his eye or pawing at his eye real quick. And not surprised, Sam's going for the takedown.
Yeah, Louis' corner was telling him to stand, but. Great job, Sam, getting that takedown. Now he's driving that knee on belly, driving it across.
Yep, he's
doing
looking great.
Great job. Now, Louis does have his head locked in, but that's more just a control. He's not getting any submission off it. Sam's able to posture up.
Yeah, and Louis in a bad spot right now.
Yeah, you know, I would normally say look for some punches right here. And now look for Sam to try and get that rear naked. Just watch him try and creep under to get that choke. I like seeing Louis in the tripod position. I'd like to see him be a little bit more booty in the air on it. You know, make that position a little bit more uncomfortable and awkward for Sam to be in.
I flattened him out.
Great job.
He was working for that.
Really went broken porpoise there. Forced it down on the hips.
Great job, great job. No, Louis doing a great job. Building back up.
No, and he's staying calm. He's not scrambling wildly underneath there.
Yes. Well, I think you can feel that Sam's a little bit high.
Sam working in those shots. Just trying to change Louis' attention so that he's not focused on the hand so much.
He's going back for that rear naked. He's got it against the face. Louis controlling the wrist.
Well, Louis doing a great job defending. About 45 seconds left of this round, and Sam's landing some nice shots underneath.
They're sneaking in under there. It's going to secure it. He might get the neck right here. Louis got to keep that chin down, but he's got it under.
He's under. Let's see if he can sneak it through. If he can grab that bicep and then finish. There he goes.
He's under.
Yeah,
he's under, ladies and gentlemen.
Has he got the angle?
I think this might be the end of it unless Louis can turn in.
Oh, good job of Louis.
Yes,
not
beautiful.
giving up, going to the hand
Beautiful.
fighting. Great job. And that's exactly what you want to do when you're fighting against a rear naked. You don't fight for the arm that's under your throat. You fight for the arm that's giving it pressure, that's creating that pressure against your neck, and that's that hand that's behind your head.
Louis is a tough guy.
No, he is. He's definitely got that warrior spirit. He stayed in there. That choke was on pretty deep, and he was able to have the intelligence in there to go for that top hand and pull it down to take that choke away.
Well, you know, he got stuck on the bottom. He got stuck under that takedown. And then after that, you know, you saw Sam doing a great job kind of controlling the positions. Louis doing a really good job trying to defend chokes, defend positions. but you could definitely see it was that takedown, and after that kind of changed the tide of the fight.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, so far that first round, that was all Sam. Sam did a great job. I think he was extremely dominant in that round.
Agreed.
You know, not able to finish with that rear naked choke, but he had that thing set. And honestly, most people usually are going to tap from something like that. Louis is just, he's just a warrior through and through. So he was able to fight through and keep that from happening, but that doesn't take away from that dominant performance from Sam Medell.
Well, and Louis coming back for a tough fight. I mean, Sam is no easy out.
Oh, no,
no. So we're coming back
There's a reason
here.
Sam just fought for the title here for SteelFist in the amateur division.
Exactly.
So.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Round number 2.
Well, and again, Sam's just been going 5 rounds, and it did go to the 5th round. We are cutting back down to 3 rounds here.
Yeah.
Nice 1-2.
We saw a second ago, Louis did a great job countering off of the head kick that Sam threw too. Nice exchange. Sam lands a few, and Louis goes right back at him, and Sam immediately goes for that leg and goes for the takedown.
Leg. He's going to try to take it right back here.
Yep. Watch him to drag out and step over with his right knee. There you go. And this looks a little familiar.
Yes, it does.
The Khabib approach.
Yes, it does. Hey, it's beautiful. I love it.
It makes it really hard to get back up. Watch for him to trap that leg behind the knee, almost go triangle. We'll get that figure 4 under there.
Get it right in there.
There he goes.
That helps him kind of switch up or move up the leg when you switch legs.
Yep, and it wrenches down a lot of pressure on those legs without having to flex your thighs or your leg muscles to really put that pressure on. Just the angle that your foot's locked in at really makes it tight.
Yes. Well, and I mean, this is a bad spot, like I said, for Louis. Now, he might be able to utilize the cage right there for some leverage. See him scramble, get those feet, or get on top.
Very smart of Louis to grab that arm as soon as he went to that tripod position.
I mean, definitely sitting here scrambling. Let's see if Louis can end up on top on this one.
Well, Sam's got really good grappling, though. He's doing a great job. He's got the body triangle on. I do like Louis doing that right there, grabbing the back of the head and pulling him down. It would be a lot easier if Sam wasn't able to already have secured that body triangle.
Sam's going for that neck again. Does he have it? I don't know. It looks like
can't see at this angle,
he seems
but
to be locking it in like he does. I can't see from my angle. We'll know sooner or later.
He let go of the body triangle to get the hooks in. So, oh no, he doesn't have it, but he definitely has some pain compliance in pulling the head of a Louis right there.
Hey, under the eyebrows, you can start squeezing.
Yeah, I've seen people tap just to that right there.
That's my point.
That pressure on the jaw, that hurts. Oh, now he's under the chin, and it looks like he's got this choke in deep. See, there's the tap right there.
There you go. And Sam gets it.
Great
gets that
job.
W.
Sam Medell comes back and kind of gets back into that winning mentality. Great job, man.
Beautiful performance.
Great job. I was very impressed with his composure throughout this whole fight and the ground game and kind of methodical movements that he was going for to get that choke in. Great job, Sam, and great job to Cache Valley MMA for what they've been doing with their guys tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they're tearing it up. I mean, great job, everybody. Louis, keep your head up. You had a tough comeback fight.
Oh, no, and Louis looked great. He had a lot of heart, and he landed some good. He had a lot of little victories in that fight, but he just didn't get the win tonight.
Yes, exactly. So I can't wait to see both these guys back here.
All right, let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
Sounds good.
The fight is over. They are nothing but respect. Gentlemen, both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for both of them. Your winner, 2 minutes, 37 seconds into round number 2. Tap out due to rear naked choke. Out of the black corner, Samuel Medell.
Sam, let me get you over here. You want to put that on first? Beautiful fight out there. So was that exactly what you expected? What was the game plan out there?
So originally the game plan was to just try to mix it up with the striking and the grappling. But in the first round, I felt the opportunity to take him to the ground, and when I did, I felt like I had the advantage, so I figured that's where I could take it and control and potentially finish, but more important than anything, win the fight.
You did a great job there. You held him, you controlled him, you dominated that ground position. You look beautiful. What's next for you, bud?
Hey, keep training, keep competing. I want to get back in here as soon as I fucking can, so yeah, that's the plan.
Sounds good. You got any family, fans, sponsors you want to thank?
I want to say thank you to all my family that came out to watch. I want to say thank you to my friends who were able to make it. Anyone who wasn't able, who's watching online, thank you. I appreciate that too. And yeah, I look forward to doing this again.
All right, everybody. Let me get a big round of applause for Samuel Medell.
Where's Sam's family at? Make some noise for you, man. Man, that was some fighting and some brute strength going on in the cage for that one. Holy smokes. I got a big silver bar sitting over there. It's gonna have somebody's name on it after this next fight. I wish it was mine. Cache Valley coming down to Salt Lake, taking care of business tonight. Man. Well, what do you guys think? You got anything left in the tank for a main event? Let me hear it. Come on. It has been one hell of a night. Thank you so much for everybody coming out, playing along. Nothing but love and positivity. I'd like to invite you to all come back end of September, do it again. You guys do that with us? Hopefully they'll invite me back too. We'll meet here, we'll see what happens. Fight number 15 is your main event of the evening. This is it. One more time, giving a shout out, one of our original sponsors, Jason Jones, JSS, Jones Subwoofer Solutions. They are known around the world for the bass, for the boom, for being the best in the audio industry, and we love them for sponsoring us at SteelFist Fight Night. Check them out on Facebook. This is it. We're bringing out the professionals for your main event. That means 3 5-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in last night at 201.5 pounds with a current record of 10-7. Doing it for Horns Elite Performance. Let's hear it for Mike Jones.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got Mike Jones. This man is 32 years old, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 201.5 pounds. Now, he's coming in with a record of what they announced as the 10-7. But when you look at his professional record, which is what this fight is, it does not look like that is any different. I mean, this guy's got a lot of fights. I think he only had 3 fights as an amateur before moving on to the professional side. So, I mean, he's been in the game for a long time. I think he started in 2013. I know his last fight was back in 2020. It was a loss against Kyle Stewart for another show out here locally. And then before that, he had a loss in LFA to Ty Werder. And before that, he had a win here in SteelFist against Tracy Hardy back in 2019.
Who's no slouch himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, this guy, I mean, he is a very good fighter. He hasn't fought in a little bit, but he's coming back. I was so excited when I was able to see that he was on the card. I love watching him fight. I mean, then you get to see that, you know, it's Eric Munoz coming out. I believe it's his retirement fight.
Yes, it is. And just, you know, if you're curious, I did the math, and he's actually 7-7 as a professional.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Yeah, and he's training out at Jeremy Horn's Elite Performance, so you know he's been training with some good people, getting some really good training in all this time as well. And I believe he was at 4'7" for a little while too.
I believe
when
he
he first started
I believe
off.
he was.
So you know he's had a lot of training from a lot of high caliber people over the years. And yeah, like you said, his opponent tonight, Eric Munoz, is also, I believe, this is what you said, his retirement fight, correct?
I believe so. I believe so.
I mean, we'll let him make that official at the end of the fight. But what we've been hearing building up to this is it may be his retirement fight. So let's see what his opponent looks like.
All right, his opponent tonight for your main event, a professional bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds with a current record of 12-15. Doing it for Team Link. Let's hear it for Eric Munoz.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Eric El Diablo Munoz coming out right now. He is 48 years old, weighing at 205 pounds, and this man has a record of 12-15. I mean, that's a good number of fights, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, this could very well be his retirement fight. That is his son Jordan right there, who he is handing that to and giving a last hug. And Fabio Serrano from Team Link is who we see right there, giving him also.
And then that big silverback waiting to put some Vaseline on his face right there. Now, I did just look over. Now, the record that you did say, that is his combined record. However, as far as a professional, he has a record of 4-6. So he's got 4 wins, 6 losses. He's had a couple canceled bouts, but his last fight was against Andy Witt, where he won with an arm triangle choke, or shoulder choke. And that one was just a few months ago, back in March here for SteelFist. And then previous to that, he fought Sepi Pua and actually went all 3 rounds and got a unanimous decision. And I believe that one was in February of this year. So he's been kind of on a tear. He did have a losing streak before that, but since he's come back post-pandemic, he's been on a pretty good streak.
Exactly. Well, it seems to me as though he's kind of went back to his wrestling. You know, other times, some of those losses even that he'd take, they were late notice fights. He was always down to bang.
Yeah.
He would pick up for other teammates that maybe had to pull off the card.
Yes.
So, I mean, some of those fights maybe weren't, as much training that could have gone into that. But, I mean, that's who this guy is. He's there for the team. He's there for the family. So here he is. I mean, could be the last time we see him in this cage.
Right. Well, this man's 48 years old, and, if you think that, oh, wow, he's 48 years old and actively fighting, taking all these fights, you look at the fact that he only started when he was 38 years old.
Yes.
So he was almost 40 before he had his first fight. So this guy's been doing this at the age when most people tend to retire from the sport.
And he's gotten in a good number of fights in that number of years.
Absolutely. Sorry. I think my math sucks. He was 40 when he took his first fight. I don't know why I said 38. My math sucks. All right. Tyler Tomlinson.
Nobody would have known.
Tyler Tomlinson, the referee this evening for this main event fight. This is 3 5-minute rounds if it goes that long. Both of these guys have knockout power in their hands. Both of them are strong as hell.
Yeah. Don't blink, ladies and gentlemen. Don't blink. Now, I'm curious what we're going to see out of Munoz. Is he going to go back to a wrestling heavy, kind of take down, control you?
Or is he going to try and swing?
Yeah. Mike Jones will sometimes bring the hands out of people.
Well,
or make them want to try to take them down.
Exactly. And Mike Jones has that reach advantage too. And Munoz tries coming in, closing that distance. Now, I believe this is a fight that was almost going to happen before the pandemic too, around the, I want to say 2018, 2019 timeframe. And for one reason or the other, couldn't happen. Big hands by Mike Jones. And Munoz comes back with a nice body kick.
Oh, Mike's just coming in. Nice pressure. He's got Munoz moving backwards. Pulling that jab out there. I'd like to see him rip a few more body kicks with that right leg.
And you see Munoz pulling back before he throws that jab. And I think that has to do with the respect that for those shots that
he
Jones
clipped
throws.
him.
Again, another
He
big
clipped
shot
him.
by
He's in
Mike
mount.
Jones.
He's in mount. He's controlling the position.
Great job capitalizing
Beautiful.
on that.
Nice.
Big hands by Jones.
Nice. Now he's pounding.
He's
it's going to be
going at
over.
it.
It's going to be over. And there it is.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Mike Jones is back.
Big win from some heavy hands of Mike Jones.
Mike Jones is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man. Great job. Tyler Tomlinson, the referee, stepped in. Perfect timing. He didn't let it go on too long, but definitely made sure that that fight was over before he jumped in. Mike Jones, welcome back to the SteelFist cage. Congratulations on your win tonight. Let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
Sounds good to me.
Holy smokes, that was your main event. Gentlemen, can I get both fighters to the center of the ring, please? Both fighters to the center of the ring. Make some noise for both of them, would you? Your winner, 1 minute, 38 seconds in round number 1, TKO due to strikes. Out of the red corner, Mike Jones.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Mike Jones. Holy crap, you hit hard, man. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good, dude. Yeah.
That's it, just feel good. Yeah. I wasn't just in a fight where I beat somebody down. No. Yeah. Hey, did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
No, not really. It was so short, it really... I don't know, I wanted to work a bunch of things, but it is what it is.
Take it where you can get it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, my team, my coaches, everyone that showed up here to watch me fight, thank you guys. And then, yeah, that's it, man. I think I want to thank Eric. I don't know, I'm sure he's got something to say, so I'll let him get to it.
All right, man. Are you going to come back and fight for SteelFist again?
We'll see.
I hope we do, man, because you're always entertaining. You always put on a great show. Hopefully we see you back in the cage. Everyone give it up for your winner, Mike Jones!
All right, we'll get all the pictures taken, nothing but smiles, and then I got a big old hunk of silver. Urban Pond's gonna give it away to somebody. We'll get Mike's pictures taken, we'll have him pose with the Bud Girls, that's the hardest part of the night, and then I'm gonna give away some silver. Am I gonna do anything else, Kevin, or is that it?
All right, guys, right here, Eric Munoz. This guy's been around with us since he was an amateur. Let's see, Eric, I think we're about the same age. And that in itself says a lot. So you started your career 8/8 of 2014. And too many guys come through here and don't retire. You said it was your last fight. So I got you this plaque. Ending your career 8/5 of 22. I know you're a warrior. I know you're a champion. And you were a lot of fun to watch over these last 7 or 8 years, man. So I appreciate you being part of the show. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to maybe thank your fans, friends, family, whoever.
Just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I try to catch him. He's a tough guy, but you know, shit happens. I never back down from a fight. I never will, whether it be in the cage or protecting my family. I just want to pass the torch on to my son, Jordan, who's in my corner. He's going to take it over from here. And He always makes me proud, so I know he'll continue to do it. I want to thank my team, Eric and Fabio, everybody at Team Link, all my co-workers that came out, my family. I always have good support, and I'm gonna miss these days. But I'm not going away, I'm just not fighting anymore.
I would fully expect this guy will still be in the gym, helping each other out, get ready for fights. And dude, you got a warrior spirit. Most guys wouldn't step in here. How old are you?
I'll be 47.
47 years old. All right, guys. Hey, listen, drive home safe. Thanks for coming out. September 30th, we'll be back. Thanks, Eric.
A class act and a bad man in the cage. Make some noise for Eric. You guys want to know who got the big old bar of silver? I'm going to tell you in a minute, but we got to get our pictures with Eric done first. This big old chunk of silver brought to you by one of our sponsors, Urban Pawn. They did not have an easy job tonight. They had to hash it out. A little bit of fighting going on at the table, lots of heavy discussion, but they came out with one name. I'm looking for Shaden Paulson. Come on down. Shaden, where you at, buddy? Shaden. You got to come back in the cage one more time, but I guarantee you it'll be worth it. Want to give a big shout out, thanks to everybody for coming out and playing with us tonight. September 30th, let's do it again. Everybody at home on Blitz TV, go to bed, it's late. We are done. We're going to give some silver to Shaden. Somebody find him, bring him in here, man. Make some noise for your winner. A big shout out to Urban Pawn and Jewelry. Thank you so much for hooking us up. Make sure you check them out over on State Street. And Shaden, you better be buying dinner tonight, my friend. Well done, sir. Everybody get home safe. We will see you in September. For all of us here at SteelFist Fight Night, thank you so much. We love you. We'll see you in a month.